what happened last episode and where we kind of left off. We did quite a bit of investigation in a few different areas. We traveled a little bit back and forth between Brighton and Devil's Dyke, which is out kind of in the country, a little bit north of Brighton, about an hour away. And they were led there by a entry from a William Somerset, or W. Somerset. They spent some time looking in the town hall records to find who exactly it was, who was the author and contributor to the journal that they've been holding on to for quite some time, where they found some information about the Hounds of Tyndalus. And so, based on that information, they interacted with William Somerset, who was not all too friendly, to say the very least. But they got a little bit of extra information that they could glean from there, and they're on their way to investigate somebody named Price Redding, which we had 5 entries in the town hall that could be potential candidates for the right Price Redding. And we are not sure if he's dead or alive. And so the team has split up. Evelyn went to the library, and Simon and Sarge went over to the St. Anne's Well Garden, which is a very large garden in the middle of Brighton. So there's buildings, multiple parks, and there's a natural spring there, all sorts of fun things. So that's kind of the happening up to that point. While Sarge and Simon were investigating the area, they went up to figure out which building one of the Price Reddings might be at, as they were able to find out that one of them is a groundskeeper at St. Anne's. And so they went up to see the church, the old church that was there, is kind of still under construction. They were rebuilding it. And Simon recognized some chanting that was happening and immediately told Sarge that we needed to leave. And so on their way out...
My second successful dice roll of the entire game. So...
Yes, so on the way out, as they're dashing back towards the car, a door swings open and a figure is standing kind of in the shadows. There's not a lot of light around, so a figure is standing in the shadows as Sarge and Simon kind of start passing by this smaller building. And that's where we will pick it up. So Simon and Sarge, you see before you what you think might be a man, in a very kind of more of a silhouette overall, since there's not a lot of light source here, and you guys didn't use any of your flashlights or whatever you want to call them. And so this person is standing. The door is definitely in your way because the way that it opened. And so there's this man here.
Didn't we have our flashlights out?
I thought you guys turned them off so you would go stealthy.
Yeah, we turned them off like.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
Okay, 2 things I want to do.
Back on the flashlight then.
I'm not. No. I want to roll spot hidden, and what I want to notice is what this man is doing, and also if we're being followed.
Okay.
Aren't we definitely being followed? I thought they were chasing us.
I don't know if they're chasing us.
Well, you never physically saw them.
Oh, really?
You guys saw a shadow in a doorway when the door opened, but that's about all you saw, I thought.
Yeah, they stopped chanting when you made a noise. I don't know if they...
Oh, that's right. I was trying to do stealth and I fell over.
Yeah.
So a small hole in the countryside.
I also want to do listen. So if I can't see them, I want to listen to see if people are like, "Oh, we're going over here," and then I'll do that. Wow, I succeeded.
Well done.
I don't believe it.
On a spot hidden, are you trying to...
I'm looking at this dude.
Okay.
Also, I'm like eyeing him up and down for like weapons. But as I'm doing that, I'm like looking at him, but I'm also like looking behind like where we were just at, and seeing if I can see anything that kind of signifies like, do people have lights and they're like shining them looking for us?
Gotcha.
Or that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at this dude like, what is he doing? And like, does he look like he has any kind of weapons? Is he like hiding a weapon behind his back? I don't know.
Okay, so you notice that this is a man. This is a male, and he looks pretty worn down, like tired, like he's been working all day. His clothes are very dirty. They have like his hands are pretty dirty as well. He smells like dirt. He smells like the earth. And you notice that his eyes are looking directly at you, but not in a threatening way, in a I'm scared way.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still running towards the car.
So you left Sarge behind. Okay.
Like, if you're standing there looking for that guy, I've definitely moved around him during this whole period, and I'm heading towards the car.
Okay. What about people following us?
Well, you can't hear anybody.
I can't hear anybody. Well, do I notice anything?
Do you notice anything? You notice that it's quiet.
Okay. I mean, like, do I see like lights flashing behind me?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm grabbing this guy. How far away are we from the thing? Because I had my gun out. So how far away are we from the thingamabob that we just ran into the chanting?
Let me open up the map again.
Because we started like running away from them. I don't know how far we are from that area.
Yeah. Here's the St. Anne's map. Did that work?
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. Let me.
If we're there, then we're probably somewhere near this road, I would think.
Yeah. So see where the Hove is in the middle there on the bottom?
Yeah.
So that's where you park the car right by the buildings there. The church, see where the church is, top left-ish, like middle left. You guys are at that weird-looking spiral-esque thing. That's between the two of them, essentially, on that road.
So we're running, and that's where that dude came out of?
Yeah, there's a little building there. It's like a small shop or shed, even. It's really small.
Oh, no, this is the dude we're looking for. I look at him, I'm like, price reading? Are you price reading?
Yes, sir. He's whispering. He's like super quiet. Like he knows that there's bad things happening.
And I like go up and grab him. He's like, "You're coming with us. Come on, let's go."
No, sir. There's a way down this way. This way.
No,
I can travel underneath the park. We have to go this way. They'll follow us.
Where is Simon?
Simon ran off.
I mean, I'm probably about 20 or 30 meters away at this point.
Okay.
It's not like I'm sprinting at a dead run because I know how to conserve energy. But I am definitely heading towards Hove right now.
He probably made it to that small road that's going down towards the rest of the beach area. Do you see it between the little,
can I give one more listen check?
Yeah.
To see.
You cannot hear anybody following you at all.
Okay.
You know for a fact that there's nobody nearby except for you and this person and Simon a little bit farther down the way.
I'm like, nobody's following us, man. Yeah, I mean, you can come with us, and like, I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. You can come on, let's go, because we're looking for you, and we have questions. And I don't want to ask you a question. I don't want to go to a tunnel. I don't want to be inside, honestly. Let's just go. Just come quietly.
No, sir, it's not safe out there.
I'm like cocking my gun. Can I roll intimidation?
Yep.
Fucking Christ. Okay. I'm like cocking the gun and like holding it in his face. And I'm like, I really, now my finger's not on the trigger. So I'm like, I don't have the time here. Okay.
So he puts his hands up and starts backing back into the shed.
Is there still nothing coming? I still don't hear anything?
Well, no, I mean, so the thing is that the individuals who were chanting didn't see you guys. They only heard that something got disturbed in the rubble, right? So they don't know where you guys are specifically. It's very possible that they probably split up to go look for whatever it was. So take that for what it is.
I'm tired from the sort of dead run. I'll be sort of slowing down at this point and looking around. Not like planning to go back in any real sense. Just, not a dead sprint anymore. I'll do some hot spot hiddens and listen shit. There's my thing. There it
Okay.
is.
You don't really hear anything. You know that Sarge isn't nearby you.
There we go. There we go. And there's my dice, and I suck. Awesome. Seems right.
Yep.
Hey! Shut up!
We're both at 50%.
What are you guys looking for? Well, Simon, what are you looking for?
I'm just looking for cultists, general lights and floaty things around, things that might indicate life that aren't me.
So you know that there's still people at the Hove, which is like the main little town area that's in the park. So there's a bit of activity there. You can see lights in the distance. That's pretty much it. If you look out towards the northern part of the park, you can faintly see a building far back that's got some lights on. You assume, based on what you know about the park, that it's probably one of the residential buildings of the owners of the property.
All right, I'm going to slow down and start hissing back.
Okay.
Do I hear him?
I don't know how close he is. I'm just going to start doing that and then hit sort of slowly moving back in his general direction. Are we going?
Depending if I can hear him.
You can hear
him.
him.
I hear him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, this is Price Red.
Okay, well, that's great. Grab him and let's go.
We have a cart. Come on.
He's already he's already back inside the building.
Him on the... What sort of soldier are you? Grab him and let's go.
Okay, I'm going to grab him. Can I roll a strength to pull him out? And then...
Yeah, let me get my dice. All right. Okay.
Have a gun. Would you just... Buddy!
Well, okay. So I'm grabbing him and holding him at gunpoint. There we go. I got 43 for success.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna do intimidate with this because I'm... Oh, god damn it. I didn't mean to click it. Why? Why is this? This is like a 50%, I either make it or I don't. Jesus. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I grab him and I'm do I grab him?
You successfully are holding onto him.
Okay, I'm using my strength, and I'm a big dude. I'm using that and throwing him out and pushing him along.
Okay.
And
so he lets out a relatively loud cry.
What are you doing? Hit him on that... What war were you in? Look. And then I'm going to cold cock him.
Okay.
Not him. Obviously the prize ready.
Wow, you guys are cruel. Cruel. Who's carrying him? He got knocked out cold.
I will carry him.
Okie dokie.
I'm
Look, can we just go now? Get him and let's get back out of here.
I got him. I'm fireman carrying him, and I'm running. I was trying not to knock him out, but he's trying to bring me a tunnel underground. It's really weird. I held my gun at him, and he just there's apparently a tunnel system here.
But there's a field right there.
I don't know. He was trying to say we're gonna be safe underground and shit, but you already ran off, and I was trying to get him to the car because I was they're not I don't hear them following.
Magic,
But we need to go because I'm running. I'm literally hopefully
we're conducting this whole thing in a kind of jog towards the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. Let's just get in the fucking car and let's get out of here.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Can I roll spot hidden and stealth to see if anyone's following us?
You can roll a listen check.
God,
you have to wait for me to say things, you know.
I got an extreme. I got a hard on a listen though.
Okay. You can actually hear some people in the distance. I mean, some of the roads are gravel. There's other areas that are mostly grass, so you can hear a little bit of scuffling about, but it's not super close.
It's not super close, but do I know what direction?
Yeah, it's a little bit northwest of you.
Okay, so as I hear like northwest of where we're running to. So
No,
we're
northwest
running-
is, so if you're looking at the map, south
It'll
is
be
the
back in
beach.
direction towards the
Okay.
will be
Yeah,
northwest.
south.
No. So behind us. So like as I noticed that, I look at Simon and I'm like got the gun because I'm still holding the gun out and like holding them with one hand, like and like pointing northwest and like clicking my ear.
What is it you're trying to say to me? All right, look, it doesn't matter. Let's just get in the fucking car. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's go to the car.
Where do you guys put price?
I'm still running to the car.
Okay,
Yeah,
where are you guys?
shut-
This
You
whole
got-
thing
you
is
gotta
happening
shut
on the run. We haven't stopped.
Are
to
you guys
fight.
going through the town area?
Yeah. No, hang on a second. Where did we park the damn car?
At the front of the town area where the
I'll
beach
go
is.
get the car, and he can just hang out with the body. I guess.
I was gonna say, might need a little bit of help on
I'll-
going through the middle of town holding
No,
a
I'm not
body.
having us roll any stealth checks at minus anything.
I mean, we could put a blanket over me and I'd be like, I'm the hunchback of whatever park I'm at, and people won't fight me or anything.
I mean, I love that plan, but instead, you wait by this tree. I'll go and get the motor. I'll be back here in about 10 minutes. Don't get shot in the head.
Don't forget that the town is very well lit. So if you're
Okay,
standing out in the middle of the open,
I'm gonna roll a stealth. That's what I'm going to do when he's going to get a car. I'm gonna find an area like bushes or trees or like a rock that is not commonly you can see. Like I have a good vantage point and all that kind of stuff with my military training. Success.
So I'm
So
going up to get the car.
nobody sees you yet.
Continual stealth checks. Enjoy while I get the car.
All right, while you guys are doing that, let's transition over to Evelyn, who is on her way over to the police station after finding a little bit more information at the library about Price Redding and the librarian, who likes to write smut.
It's the details that make it. Most...
I believe I didn't really find much out about Price Redding as much as I found out who wrote the book. Who last checked the book out that we have a missing page from the journal, and who first checked it out, which was Hartnell, and Miss Stone was the last person to check the book out. So because it would take forever in this time period for me to go through obituaries, we decided to go to the police station instead to see if they have any record of a specific person being killed.
Yes.
By the name of Price Redding. We know that there's 2 Price Reddings in the history of Brighton that's in the records that were killed, and those are the ones that I was going to look for while the boys were going to look for the living Price Reddings.
Okay. Apparently they're saying your mic is soft. Let me see if I can...
oh yeah, it is soft. Hold on, I want to hear myself compared to her.
Hang on.
I don't exactly know what to do with
Oh, it is softer than mine. Okay.
Yeah, to just boost it on your end.
because I don't really know. I don't change my my microphone's volume.
Her mic is awfully close to her face. Just boost it up in your end.
I maxed out on everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, let me check some settings on the back. This is better.
No.
That's lower.
Worse.
This is better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay. It has 3 different settings on the back.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's much
I don't
better.
ever change them, but every once in a while when I change them, it helps with whatever.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Cool. Okay, so at the police station, you arrive and you're gonna be, I'm guessing, going up to the front area where one of the police officers is doing paperwork as per usual.
Let me get a second to remember the name of this person. What's the name of that guy? This is the knight.
Oh.
Bernard.
Oh, Sir Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir Bernard Spilsbury. But you guys only ever call him Sir Bernard.
Yeah.
The drunken night scientist.
The really, 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 really bad at his job medical examiner.
Sir.
Yes, miss.
I need to speak with somebody who is in charge of the death records here at the station.
Oh, yes, of course. Do you have permission from the inspector or the chief inspector by chance?
No, I can talk to them about permission, though. I do have my military ID.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No problem. All right. Let me just take a look. Very well. It's all right. Evelyn. Oh, very well. Let me bring you over to the records, and you can probably just take a look for yourself. So we're quite short-staffed, as you probably are aware of the recent.
Oh yes, the horrible murders and boxes that have been being found. Yes.
Indeed, yes. We are processing, and there's another dead body apparently that was at the bar, and just
is a Sir Bernard here still?
Oh yes, he's downstairs at the morgue.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because sometimes it's a little late. Is he already post bar travels?
Oh, I don't think he's actually been yet.
Oh, well, that's probably good. Thank you very much.
No problem. Let me know if you need any help.
All right. So they told me where to go.
Yep. He brought you over to a bunch of filing cabinets, and basically there's just rows of files. So they're alphabetically labeled by series, so A through C, and then so on and so forth.
All right. So I'm looking for. Do you want me to do a library use roll?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Fail.
That's okay. It just takes you a little bit of extra time. The library use isn't like you can't find it. It's unless you critically fail.
I would hope so, since since it's in alphabetical order.
Quite honestly, library use is never really whether or not you can ever find it, because a brain dead like simpleton can find something in a library.
Yeah, it would just take a little bit of longer time, but you find it. You find the correct drawer and open it up to the file, and there's actually 2 files of price reading. There's 2 different ones.
Alrighty, can I write both of those down in my notebook?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 price reading.
Yeah, so you take the files out, and there's actually an open desk that you can sit down at if you like.
Okay, so the first price reading.
So the first price reading died actually in 1928, and he was 35 years old. Died of natural causes. He got sick with...
35-year-old died of natural causes?
He got sick. Yeah, he got sick. And there's no notable information. There was no next of kin or anything like that listed. Very, very small file. The second one is slightly larger.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's going to be interesting.
So in the second file, there's actually an autopsy report that talks about the internal organs having been removed from the body. They believe that it was a homicide. However, they were not able to find anybody that fit. They had a few suspects, but none of them panned out. So the suspects' names, there's one person by just a first name called Messiah. There is a second suspect that is only known as Bailey. So 2 people with first names.
Wait, and you said what year was this?
Oh, he died in 1932. So 2 years ago, roughly.
Okay.
And so the 2 suspects, the notes from the inspector there basically just outlines that they were interviewed. They are known criminals, which is why they don't really have a real last name for them. They're kind of known as their aliases, specifically Messiah. He's listed as a unlicensed surgeon. So he's known to perform surgeries and medical procedures on people without license.
The Messiah?
Mm-hmm. And Bailey was cited for public intoxication and several other minor criminal offenses. But the reason why they question him is that he was found near the body, passed out with blood on his hands.
All right.
So that's the most information that you have.
Do either one of these give any kind of addresses or anything for the price?
Yeah, there's last known addresses.
Residencies?
Yeah, there's last known addresses on there. So that's the information that you've got. The autopsy report isn't super thorough, but you do note that it was done by Sir Bernard. So he signed off on the autopsy and finalizations of the cause of death, which was, in this particular case, asphyxiation. So.
Asphyxiation. Mm-hmm. However, the organs were removed.
Yeah, he said they were removed after the death.
At this time, would it be like a thing where people who wanted to experiment on human bodies and things like that wouldn't be allowed to? Was that something going on during this time period?
Yeah, I mean, there was like grave robbing and grave digging wasn't really a thing yet for the Brighton area, but there was interest in different medical advancements. The reason why Messiah specifically... Go ahead.
I'm guessing since I adore Marie Curie, like my character is like all about her, and I know that she had some resistance to like doing some kind of radiation testing, which is inevitably why she died, because she was working with so much of it herself.
Right.
That in this time period, if somebody wanted to be researching something along the lines of any kind of medical advancement, that there is a chance that somebody would do it on someone, or
yeah, it's possible. I mean, you've seen and researched a lot of different techniques and procedures in that field, so it's not out of the question. Usually from a military science perspective, bodies are either donated or provided like with permission from the family, so it's more of one of those types of things.
Okay,
cool.
Proceed. Sorry.
All right, no worries. So what I was going to say real quick was that Messiah was specifically noted on here because of the fact that he does illegal surgeries and procedures from a medical perspective. He's also been known to do illegal abortions and things like that. So there's a bunch of controversy around him, but they've never been able to stick anything specifically to him. It's more of like one of those town rumor and gossip type things, but everybody knows that he's a criminal, but there's no way to prove it. So he could never, and there's a possibility that he is, able to manipulate people that would have influence over arresting him and things like that. So
okay,
cool.
So I'm gonna try to shuffle and go see Bernard before he runs to the bar.
Okay, sounds good. Let me switch back over to Simon and Ethan, who have, I'm guessing, gotten to the car by this point.
Oh, Ethan's back good.
Yes, I got the car. I'm driving it back to McLocan in his field.
All right.
Where he's cowering his body.
Through time and driving it into this room.
Into the room?
Yeah.
Just wait for the door to bust open.
Old school car jumps into my office. I'm like, oh.
That's a classic.
That's such a classic car right there.
All right, get in, bring the stiff, and let's go.
Okay. I'm loading them in. As I'm loading them, I'm doing spot hidden and listening.
Okay.
Hard spot hidden, hard listen.
Okay, what are you looking at and what are you listening to?
I'm seeing if anyone's like noticing me fucking put this body in the car, like just anyone in general is like noticing.
All right,
like,
hold on.
I'm trying to be
By
quiet
the way,
about it.
good news about this body. Unless you cram him in uncomfortably into the trunk, he's laying across your lap.
I'll put his head on my lap and be like, "Oh, it's okay, little man."
Nobody notices you.
Okay, cool.
Senpai didn't notice you.
Damn it. Okay, so now I'm setting him up and like I'm and like as I get in the car, you know, like got my helmet off and like I got the gun still out and like I'm just paying attention to him, and then watching Adam take off or Simon take off.
All right, so where to, boss?
You know what? I have no idea.
At the moment, I'm just going very far away. Now, if you have any more specific than far away, that'd be great.
I mean, the farther the better. As long as, you know, chanty hoo-ha people don't chase us.
I can keep driving until we hit Devon and go into the sea if you want. If you've got some sort of destination in mind, that'd be great.
I mean, let's head back to Evelyn. But I mean, like, what do we do?
We just library then, yeah.
We just kidnapped a man, though. You know, what are we gonna?
Wait, where did you put him? Did you put him in the boot?
I know I have him next to me. I'm like, I have like my gun out and I have him like next to me, and I'm like waiting for him to wake up. I'm actually waiting for us to drive a little bit.
If we're gonna kidnap a man next time, if you could do that before he screams, alerting people to our presence, that would be wonderful.
I'm sorry. I'm just used to, you know, either they're like wounded and can't fight back, and then we just take them back to prison camps, or you know, I just kill them. You know, not them. Being like civilian type and like I'm scared to go out there, you know, and I'm like, this is so difficult to deal with because I was just gonna kill him and be like, okay, that's it. But
We'll take this one back to my place. It's basically the only place we got that's actually safe that we can actually go to where there aren't people. You're gonna have to go and find Evelyn.
Okay,
or I'll go and find Evelyn and you can look after him, one way or the other, right?
I mean, it's probably better if I look after him because, you know.
Right, you look after him. I'll go find Evelyn. We'll get her back here. We'll give him the old one over, you know?
Okay. I'm for it.
If he wakes up, try not to, you know, like, talk about the whole time travel thing.
No, I more want to know about earless dogs and where that missing page is and so. We need that book from Evelyn, though.
Yeah, we'll get Evelyn. Don't lead in with the earless dog thing. Instead, go with a little bit more subtlety, right? What I think you should start with when you're talking to him, instead of going mist from corners, earless dogs, and time travel, I'd go with more, you know, stuff related to what we was talking about before. We're looking for price reading. We're looking for information on the book. Maybe steer away from being chased by earless dogs that come out of fog.
Okay. I can leave with that. Can I ask about the weird chanting people?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Ask if he saw anything, but if he didn't see anything, don't go into.
Well, he kept saying he's safer if he didn't go with us, but you know, we made him go with us.
All right. Well, you know, life goes on, but you know, we'll have to work around that. But all right, yeah. Talk about the Shining guys. I'll get Evelyn. Don't mention the earless dog thing until we have some sort of corroboration or something going on.
I'll wait for you and Evelyn to. Are we tying him up?
Well, yeah. I mean, we will do that because otherwise he'll try and escape.
You got a way to tie him up? I don't have anything on me.
I mean, we'll use some belts or something. We'll just belt him to the chair. It'll be fine.
I mean, if you want to go old school like boot camp, but okay.
Well, I haven't got rope. What do you think I've got in my house? Okay.
I don't know.
I ain't got rope. I ain't got handcuffs.
I haven't been to your house. I don't even know where you live. Do you live in a house? Do you live in a like fancy house?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say fancy, but it's got walls.
But no roof though?
Yeah, I mean, there's a roof sort of.
Oh well, I mean that works.
It's not 100% as roofs go. It's about. I bet if I was going to put a mark on it, I'd say it's about 94% roof.
Okay, I mean that works.
I'll say.
You know, as long as you know you can be like, oh, you know, if I sleep in this spot, the rain will fall on my face. But if I move over 3 feet, I can take a little nap.
Just don't sleep in the toilet, and you'll be all right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, so okay, let's just get there, and then we'll belt into a chair, and then.
Yeah, I've got some neckties, and it'll be easy, man. I've done it, but I haven't done it before, and don't.
Wait, you've done it? You've done it before?
I haven't done it before at any point. Oh. Don't feel like I've done this before. This is the first time I have ever cold cocked a man for any sort of interrogation. This is a totally novel experience for me personally. I'm definitely winging it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, I don't really interrogate people. I just bring them to the people that interrogate them. Well, yeah, I kill him.
Ask him questions. All right, look, it's easy. Ask him questions. If he doesn't answer, give him a little slap, and I'll bring Evelyn back. If he hasn't answered by the time I get back, we'll go to work on him just a little bit more. Easy.
Can I slap him with my brass knuckles though? Kind of, just really kind of,
I mean, you can. I mean, the most important thing with questioning I found is to have them be conscious during the process. So if you do it in with brass knuckles, you got to bear in mind you will probably knock him out. So I would recommend more of a open hand thing to the face.
Okay. I mean, I guess he makes some sense there. We do need him to talk,
Yeah, I mean, talk rather than pass out would be our goal, ideally.
Yeah.
But feel free to give him an old tickle on the breadbasket, because that'll just wind him, and then he'll probably be able to speak after a couple of minutes.
Oh, you know what? Can we do this thing? Okay. You be like a nice cop, and I'll be like the main cop, and then like I'll come in there and be like, oh, I'm gonna punch you with my brass knuckles, and you can be like, oh, tally ho, don't do that, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna come bunch of, and then you stop me.
I don't know what. I mean, I don't think the police actually do what we're about to. But if you want, you can pretend to be a violent police officer if it helps you.
I mean, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I don't see any harm in it. We've already kidnapped the man.
Wait, if we get loud at your place, like you live in an apartment, right? If you get loud at your place, are people gonna?
Yeah. No, don't worry about that. What we're gonna do is when we get back, we'll stuff a sock in his mouth. Okay. So if he screams, he won't scream loudly. Then we'll take the sock out of his mouth and threaten him at the point that we want him to speak. It's very simple.
What we can do, if he doesn't want to talk, we're gonna put this dirty sock. I got a dirty sock on my foot right now. Like I had, it's been a few days since I changed his sock out. So, we can put that sock in his mouth and he'll be like, no, I'll talk. And be like, you better talk. And if you don't talk, we put that sock in his mouth and it'll be a great time. Yeah.
When you was in the war, was you not really a part of like the whole prisoner of war part of things?
No, I was generally on the front lines. I was scouting about, like, I got good eyes and stuff like that.
So the whole sock thing, was that one something that they did in your unit?
I mean, like, would you put a dirty sock in your mouth?
I mean, if we're gonna hit him in the face, I'm not sure the sock is the thing that's gonna knock him out most.
Well, no, I mean, no. I'm just like, stick it in his mouth. Like, you got a sweaty, nasty sock, that you got jungle foot and all that kind of stuff. And then like,
God.
I don't know if I have jungle foot. It doesn't feel like I have jungle foot, but Well,
I tell you what. You seem to know what you're doing, so you play it by ear. I'll get Evelyn, and if he's still alive when I get back, we'll question him.
Okay, I like that plan.
But do try not to kill him with the sock thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill him. He'll still be able to breathe out. No, it's just gonna be really uncomfortable. But I mean, like, we'll do a clean sock at first,
honestly,
and then we switch to the dirty sock.
I mean, honestly, we've cocked him over the head. We're belting him to a chair in the dark, and we're being threatening. I don't know how much more uncomfortable he's gonna really get unless we piss on him. So why don't we stick to the original plan? And you don't put any dirty socks in his mouth. If you want, give him a little tickle around the shoulders. Nothing's gonna knock him out though.
Okay, I'm tickling shoulders. What do you mean?
Hit him.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. You know what? I'll just wait for you guys to show up before I do anything.
I mean, that seems like a maxim you could live by all the time, actually.
Yeah, because but if he tries to run away, I'm shooting him in the kneecaps.
If you're gonna shoot him, I can tell you what. Let's just focus on getting him tied up, because we've got about a 10% chance of avoiding jail for this right now. Okay, so the only way we're really going to avoid going to prison at this point is making him so very frightened of us that he won't possibly go to the police.
Okay, I mean, all right. Well, let's just get to your place as soon as possible. Like, how much longer till we're there?
It'll be about 20 minutes, half an hour. If he starts to come round, just twat him again. It's easy.
All right, and like I got my gun ready to cock him. Like,
enough. Don't kill him.
Okay, don't kill him.
All right, great.
If you don't talk, I mean, maybe an inch of his life and then dirty sock in the mouth.
Yeah, all right, that works.
Okay. And then
this conversation and things like it will be going on for about the next 30 minutes on the way back to Brighton.
Talking about how you're going to torture somebody who you don't even know, who you want information from.
No, but it's already gone too far. We've already kidnapped the guy.
I've killed so many people, I didn't know who they were. Why do I fucking care about the guy I'm gonna go torture?
And I'm very much more practical in the sense that having already kidnapped him, we have a very small chance of avoiding getting arrested for it. And that is basically dependent on our ability to scare the living shit out of him. And so we're going to charge at him and let him go is really what's going to happen.
This is why we're the worst buddy cop system.
We guys are the worst buddy cops
ever.
It's like you guys bonded over the fact that Sarge is absolutely mental.
Yeah, I think I'm enjoying that about him more than just like anything else now.
But you'll never tell him that.
I think I find him fun, like a kind of court jester.
Yeah. All right, so while you guys are driving, we're back to Evelyn, who is at the police station, got some information on some files of the 2 deceased Price Reddings, and you're, I'm guessing, going down to see Bernard, Sir Bernard, yes?
Sir Bernard, yes.
Yes, okay. So he's down there, and he actually happens to have another corpse on the table. Nothing too peculiar about it at first glance.
Oh.
And he's working on it with the scalpel. He's just recently started the autopsy.
Is does this one have all of its arms and legs?
It does.
Okay.
There's a little piece of paper over the, bottom area.
Sir Bernard.
Oh, Miss Evelyn, how's it going?
Oh, it's a glorious day. What's going on in here?
Oh, just a bar brawl that ended a little bit too violently. It happens on occasion. Too much drink.
Actually, interestingly enough, I was just researching a death that happened 2 years ago that may have been a bar brawl, but it has an interesting hook that I think you would be interested in.
Oh.
The file said that you did the autopsy for it.
Oh yes, do you have the file?
I didn't take the file with me.
Oh,
I decided to leave it there, but it was a Price Redding.
Price Redding. 2 years ago.
He had his organs removed.
Yeah, I remember that. Asphyxiation and all the organs were removed, except for the brain. I think I left that other report. I don't remember. I actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
It said that it had some Messiah connected to it. Do you know of?
The abortionist. Yeah, he's a disturbing sort. Not really pleasant to be around. They've brought him into the station a few times, but I never interacted with him. I've just heard the
they
gents
brought him
talking.
into the station. Yeah, he was a what do you call it? Somebody that they thought may have been involved.
Oh yes. He was a suspect for a while. Then he just was a person of interest, since they couldn't really link anything to him. I'm honestly not familiar too much with the inspector's process on that, but the autopsy of the gentleman Price Redding was, I mean, he was already cut up, so there was that part, so it made it relatively easy for me. When I got on the scene, he was found in an alley. It
said next to a man named Bailey. Was perhaps looked in as a person of interest. Maybe he was found passed out nearby with bloody hands. Did it look like this body? Do you remember if this body looked like it had been beaten up at all?
I don't know. There was abrasions on the face and the hands, probably from him trying to prevent his attacker from killing him, I suppose. But whatever happened, he died, and I believe the same attacker probably removed his organs. I can't imagine it would be somebody else, but there's really no way to tell, since we never caught whoever it was. So I suppose theoretically, I believe Bailey was the one with blood on his hands, which is why they brought him in. I suppose he could have taken the organs out, but I can't see why he would just stay by the corpse if that was the case. So I'm not really sure if it was just in the...
Yes, it's interesting to me. When you found that the organs were removed, did it seem like it had been done by someone who had previously removed organs, perhaps before?
The organ specifically, it was hard to tell. It was just a lot of blood. But the incision made into the body was definitely not somebody who had done it before, or maybe was still a novice, since it was very jagged and there was hesitation, I believe, in cutting into the body. So don't believe that they had done it more than once or twice.
All right, so would that rule out, is that the reason that they ruled out Messiah? Because it seems to be that he is known for his surgical procedures.
Yes,
he would
yes.
probably have known how to, okay.
Yes,
Right.
he was a suspect in most... He's pretty much a suspect in half of anything that's really criminal around here that has to do with deaths or death, very
Weird deaths with removing organs and
Yes,
whatnot.
yes.
Is he the kind of doctor that experiments on bodies that he can find so that he can...
he would never admit it, but I imagine so. A man like him, very interested in the human anatomy and all that.
Yeah, if he's experimenting with new things, I can imagine it's hard to talk people into letting their loved ones be experimented on.
Precisely. But as awful as a man he is, it's very interesting the amount of work that he does without getting caught. I mean, we haven't been able to really do anything about the work that he does, but everybody knows that he's a bastard, to say the very least.
All right. Do you actually happen to know kind of where I could find him if I had a question for him? If anything else from the case that I'm working on leads back to him?
Oh, I would not recommend going here. Maybe bring a few people because it's a very bad part of town.
It would definitely be with more than myself.
Very good.
Sir Bernard, I'm not. I don't necessarily enjoy going to bad parts.
Of course, I could not with good conscience tell you where to go if you were not, if you were alone going such a place. But are you familiar with the east side of town? It's less developed. There's probably more people outside, homeless, and it's not a very good crowd, not proper crowd. So there's a lot of violence and crime, but that's where the most of our bodies come from. Some of them are, from violence. Others are just from starvation or anything along those sorts. So,
I mean, that's probably the perfect area for a man who enjoys or doesn't enjoy working on it.
I would have to agree. I am no inspector, but I do enjoy the puzzle of some of these occurrences, of course.
Have you had any more body parts come back into the station from that case we were with you on the other day?
No, but we've misplaced apparently the torso and legs, so we're waiting for the inspectors
Misplaced them?
Yes, I believe they were gone the same day that we found them, so I don't know if somebody came in or one of the inspectors put it
I believe
somewhere.
that day we actually came down here and you were taking a break. You were having a slight nap in your
Yes. Those mid-afternoon naps are quite helpful.
For sure, everyone needs a little bit of rest. I understand. We work hard.
That we do. So, oh right. Well then, is there anything else I can do for you?
In the file, it talked about the Bailey, the other man that they thought may have been involved. Do you know where I can get, or if I could get, a file on said suspect?
I believe that probably Constable Henry Burroughs. He was also involved with the trunk murders, I guess, as they're calling them. You probably met him at the station. The railway. Yes, Constable. He's usually overseeing most of the work that's being done here. I think he's off
What did you say his name was?
Constable Henry Burroughs, and I believe he's off on a run to investigate a break-in. I don't remember. There was some kind of robbery. I don't really listen too much to the boys upstairs, but, you know, on occasion if I'm walking by, you know, drop in and see.
Robbery?
Yeah, some kind of robbery, probably. That happens on occasion. You know, somebody gets a little bit too courageous and makes an attempt of some kind, so...
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, absolutely. It was a pleasure to see you. Please come by anytime.
It was wonderful to see you as well. And perhaps sometime this week we could go have a drink during your
Oh, I would love that. You know I would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic. Well, good luck, and please do not go to the east side area without additional...
I won't. Thank you very much for your concern. It's so servant.
Of course, I wouldn't want to have you on my table. Well, you know... Sorry, not inappropriately, of course.
Yeah, yes. Okay, and on my way out, I'm gonna do a little look-see around for the fog.
Okay, there is nothing there.
There's nothing
it's
here.
Just a typical.
We need to roll it. Okay.
Yeah, typical day. All right, Simon and Sarge arrive at Simon's apartment. You live on the 3rd floor, so have fun with that. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're definitely carrying him up 3 flights of stairs to get him into the room. That's fine. That's what we're doing. That's the plan right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are we in a shady part of town?
It's not a good part of town.
Are like people going to be like, why are they carrying that body up? We better get the police.
It's relatively late. This is the 30s. This is like the 20s in Brighton. I don't think anybody's going to be out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah,
if we get seen, it's going to be quite unlucky on our part.
Okay.
Both of you guys need to make stealth rolls for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, yay, a roll.
Hard.
Massive fail.
Oh, you did the wrong one, but that's fine. It was zeros fail too. Okay, so Simon, you're just not really a quiet person in general. You do know that you have one particular nosy neighbor that's right across from you, so he decides to... He really doesn't like noises, as you know. He's kind of a crabby asshole. He comes out. Is that you, Simon?
What's his name?
Oh, his name is Bread. He calls himself Bread, that's all.
Bread, alright. Alright, Bread, nothing to worry about, mate. Just me coming back, you know, late night, on a case, usual stuff. It's all good though.
You can't be more quiet, you know.
I know, I'm sorry, mate. How you been? How's the wife?
Oh, fucking ridiculous bitch.
Oh yeah, is she giving you the old trouble again, is she?
Always, not enough money, not enough this, go to work, blah, blah, blah.
I'm assuming at this point that Buddy is like dragging the corpse while I'm distracting this asshole.
Oh, what you got there? What's that?
Oh, no.
Who's your friend over there?
This guy. Don't worry about him. He's just part of the case. I'm training him up.
Oh, what the fuck is he wearing?
Was he? Oh yeah. He's been undercover. I can't really explain why he's dressed in those exact clothing, but the good news is the undercover bit actually worked. So, as surprising as it may seem, I know he looks like a tosser, but we got away with it. Magic.
All right. Well, you keep your mouth shut then, and you be quiet. I'm trying to get some sleep in here, and Mrs.
I understand, mate. I understand. You got the kids, you got the wife, you got the old problem back there. I get. You have my sympathies. Let's just say.
Yeah, you might as well come in here and murder this bitch too. Well, not that I told you that, but if...
Tell you what, I'll sort you out if you need it. Make an appointment. I'll help you out.
All right. And he just shuts the door and goes back inside his apartment.
I just look at Simon as I'm like holding him and like this dude, and I was like. Yeah, you guys live like in New York City or whatever, you know, and then like just follow him to his room.
Okay, so we're going upstairs. I don't think since Sarge is clearly like 6'8" and massive. Yeah. I'm not actually helping him carry the guy. I'm just wandering up the stairs behind him, looking around in case anybody actually sees us carrying the corpse.
Yeah.
Well, he's not dead.
Nobody.
No guy.
Nah, it's just your nosy neighbor, the one guy.
Okay.
Bread.
All right. Okay. So, get him in the chair, alright? Closet in the bedroom. You'll find ties, belts, the old palaver, alright? Get him hooked up. Don't kill him. We've been through the not killing him, right?
Oh, yeah, we got all that. Okay, all that. Do we find enough belts and all that kind of stuff all around?
I mean, I've probably got like 2 or 3 neckties and a couple of belts. That's probably enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like we tie him the fuck up, you know, like the legs to the legs of the chair, you know, hands like behind the back.
Where did we say we were meeting Evelyn? By the way, did we say we were meeting Evelyn at some point, or are we going to get her from somewhere?
Oh, I don't remember.
Is it like at the library or the police station? I don't remember. That's one detail I do not remember.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't remember where we did we, because I think we would have said that we were meeting her.
I feel like you guys did.
Yeah. She said she was going to go. You're muted.
I think that it wasn't the police station. I think we decided we were all going to meet back up at that bar that
the
bar
spoken.
Yeah. Okay, as long as we know where we're going to get you from, that's fine.
Like late. That's where we were going to meet each other. Was late there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All
right. So you get him strapped up. Don't kill him. That's quite important. Okay. But equally important, don't let him run away or start hollering. Okay? Because you've already seen Brett outside, right? He will be the least of our worries if this guy starts making a mouth out of it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm gonna. So I take like one of his socks and like put it in his mouth, like a clean sock for right now, and then tie his hands behind his back like with like very like secured knots, and like looping it around and like securing the knot so he can't like undo it or anything like that, and then taking his legs and also securing him to the chair as he's like getting ready to go.
Okay. I'll go and get her from the pub. Back in about 5 minutes. It's not far. Again, and I can't stress this enough. Not the dog thing. Not the fog thing. And I can't. The most important.
I'm gonna wait until you guys show back up before I wait for him to start.
Okay, just stand there and look really, really intimidating. If you want to look a bit deranged, I think that'll help us.
Okay.
But deranged only to a certain point. Like, not like you're gonna eat him or something.
Like you just see me like I'm gonna roll intimidate. Like I'm gonna slide down my brass knuckles and just be like, and like make myself like look bigger and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if this works. Oh!
Yeah, that ought to do it. Yeah, do that.
All right.
Yeah, you intimidate an unconscious guy. Good job.
Well, no, I'm just trying to look intimidating. Like that's I'm not trying to intimidate someone.
Okay, you successfully look like a very tall, intimidating bastard.
I'm gonna nip around the corner and grab Evelyn.
All right, I like pull up a chair in front of this guy and wait, and I just stare at him. I'm like this.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mhm. All right, Evelyn, what were you about to do?
Well, I know I have information about like who to talk to and everything, but I think at this point I'd like to tell them the information I have, so I'm not going to go to the constable right away to talk to him, especially because if I remember correctly, he's a little bit more like, why are you coming around and snooping around? So I don't necessarily want to go talk to him by myself because I'm a horrible liar. So
that's true.
A lot of the stuff that they've done has been long, like in time length.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess that if I decided to take a taxi back to my home, pick up my motorcycle, and then drive to the bar, that I could probably be there within enough time to meet with his character.
Yeah.
Whenever he comes to get me.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds about right. All right.
By the way, you used inverted commas there on "get me," as if "get me" meant either shoot me in the head or have sex with me or just pick me up in the car and take me back to the house.
Where's you kidnapping everyone now? Like, get in the car. Like, we don't have time.
That's our new thing.
Out of character, I'm afraid. You guys are like picking up random, like old, like young people from botanical gardens.
In the defense of our characters, we were running away. It was a high-stress situation. We really, really needed them to not be loud.
Okay. All right.
Plus, quite honestly, the brains of this operation is a coward, and the muscles of this operation has no brains.
I'm not a coward.
Oh no, the brains of the operation that is currently the kidnapping part.
Simon, he's talking about himself.
Ethan's brave, and you know, not stupid, and you're not stupid as well. And
I'm not brave. So I thought you were referring to me.
I have some qualities.
Some qualities.
Some qualities.
Okay.
One of them not being stealth.
All right.
Stealth
So
being exactly the opposite of it, yeah.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know how I follow people as a private eye, presumably loudly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be going over. Like, I just am gonna sit at the bar, with my driving gloves on the counter and a neat bottle of whiskey, looking over my notes about what I've learned.
Okay.
All right, boss. Now, don't get upset. But things have taken a little turn this evening. You need to come with me now. It's a good thing. I can assure you we are in a position, it's not enviable, but it's not dire. So if you come now, then, you know, we're progressing with your case on the plus side. On the minus side, there is a small circumstance that we might have to deal with back at my place.
All right. All right.
Don't worry, Sarge will be there as well. It won't just be you and me. Also, there's another guy who's with us. We found Price Redding, so there's a nice bonus.
One of the Price Reddings.
One of the Price. Yeah. Yeah, we found one of the Price Reddings. Hopefully, the right one.
I found the 2 dead ones.
Oh, good.
Now
Our one is currently not dead.
I'd hope not, seeing as you were supposed to go after the live ones.
Exactly. But I've left him with Sarge is the thing. So we might want to get that back there quickly, because
I couldn't hurt to find one. I mean, he's.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're maybe slightly misconstruing it, but I'm not here to argue about
He's always been so polite to me.
Yeah, but you're you know, you're a lily, you're a girl, aren't you?
Well, that's true. I suppose that's true. Perhaps he's just, you know, sweet to the ladies.
I mean, maybe that's it. Anyway, regardless of all that, don't worry though. Do not be concerned about the
Concerned
situation.
about what?
I'll tell you on the car on the way over, but it's nothing to worry about.
All right, bartender. Here's for the.
On a separate note, how much pull do you have with the local police station? Just out of interest, purely hypothetical. Purely hypothetical. It just a matter.
Go.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
go,
get
sure.
out of
We're
here.
walking out at this point.
Out of here.
What? Okay, you guys are gonna go on your way over, but first, real quick, Sarge, the gentleman who you have tied up is beginning to wake up.
Okay, he has a sock in his mouth.
Hmm.
No. You're gonna be quiet right now. And we're gonna wait for my friend to show up, and then we're gonna have a conversation. You're safe here, you know, but I'm gonna roll intimidation. And then I crack my knuckles with the brass knuckles on it. Bam! Success again.
All right.
And I'm like, but I will knock you the fuck back out. Make any noises.
He's looking around, and he's very clearly uncomfortable and not okay with the situation.
Okay. Can I roll spot hidden?
For what?
Is there crazy fog in here?
You don't need to roll for spot hidden for fog. There's at this current time, there is no fog that you see.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna stare at him quietly until Simon and Evelyn show back up.
Oh.
Like, we don't have anything to talk about till my friends show up.
You're muted, Adam.
Oh, I was just giggling.
Oh, okay. All right, so you guys went into the car. You're on your way back to Simon's place.
So, what about the police station?
No, nothing to worry about that. Here's what happened. Okay, so we went over by Ove, right? And that's where we knew Price Redding, the gardener, was at, right? And so things may have they didn't get out of hand. Don't overstate the situation. But we got a bit of a fright There was a church, people chanting. It was quite intimidating. Anyway, you had to be there. Don't worry about that. We ran, right? As you would. You would run as well, I'm sure. I mean, we'd all run in that situation.
Don't people chant? Was it a Catholic church?
It wasn't actually Latin per se that they were chanting.
All right.
Don't worry about it. It was just probably some mumbo jumbo from one of them Eastern religions. But anyway.
All right.
We had a bit. We ran as you would run too. Now, unfortunately, through no fault of our own, we might have alerted them to our presence. It was Sarge. All right. And while we were running away, we encountered, by strange serendipity, Price Redding, which is brilliant, right?
Oh, yes. Well, that Price Redding, yes.
It was fantastic. He was reluctant to follow us to the car, and as we were running.
So he was afraid of the chanting Eastern people as well.
Yes, let's say that. So he was very afraid of the chanting Eastern people. He was hysterically afraid. He was hysterical, is what happened. So he was hysterical and afraid of the chanting people, as you would be in that situation if you're not as brave as me or Sarge, right? And he was afraid, and Sarge was forced to hit him on the back of the head. But don't worry. Don't worry at all. Okay?
Wait, what?
Yes, Sarge was forced to hit him on the back of the head. I told him not to, but you know Sarge. So anyway, we had to bring him back to my
dear.
Don't worry.
About my notepad.
About the police thing, we've got about a 10 to 20% chance of not getting arrested for this, because it looks a bit like a kidnap. It's not, right? It's not a kidnap. Like, that's the last thing that it is. But it looks like that from the outside. You know how you could perceive that if you were not part of the social ambit of this situation, right? So, long story short, he's back at my place tied to a chair, and Sarge is glaring at him. So we might want to shift.
What?
Yeah, but now.
So you accidentally hit him on the back of the head, and then you tied him to a chair?
In fairness, I didn't actually do any of those things myself. I neither hit him nor tied him to the chair. In a lot of ways, I'm innocent.
No matter what, he's gonna say that you guys kidnapped him.
That's yeah. So that's where we come to the police thing. So to avoid prosecution, which is almost certain at this point, what we're gonna have to do is scare him so badly that he won't even think of going to the police. Now, you might not like that idea, and I understand you are of a delicate sensibility. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna kill him.
What if it's not even the same Price Redding? What if you picked up a random gardener that has a name?
If it turns out that
Price Redding who died and had his organs removed.
if it turns out that he isn't in fact the Price Redding we're looking for, the plan is still the plan. We're still gonna scare him so much that he don't go to the police. So you see, it works either way. Have I mentioned that it's £2 a day at the moment? Plus expenses, wear and tear on my ties and that.
You're the one that let Sarge knock a man on the back of the head and took up the uniform and tied him up. I did not.
Now. In my defense, he's a big bloke. He's quite scary. I know he may seem like a nutball, and he probably is, but he is in fact technically my employer, as are yourself and Ethan. So
I'm your employer.
Yes, precisely, and I felt like I was doing what you would want me to do in that situation.
Yes, because I am totally the kind of person who knocks people on the back of the head, takes them back to my house, and ties them up.
Yeah. Now about that, we might have had a small but there might be another slight problem.
Oh God.
When he comes round, we're gonna have to question him, and we need him on side really to get him to answer the questions. So if he ain't gonna respond to like charm, we may have to hurt him a bit. But don't worry,
If he doesn't know anything, he might not know anything because he's a gardener.
If he turns out to not be the Price Redding that we need, the plan is still the plan. We'll scare him a lot and put the fear of God up him, and then we'll dump him on the side of the road somewhere, and hopefully he won't go to the police. Now, about the pull you might have potentially with the police because of your connections to the military. If we found ourselves in hot water about this, how much do you feel like you could mitigate the
I
circumstances?
can look at files. I don't deal with kidnappings, okay? This is not... Oh,
Kidnapping.
okay.
Kidnapping is a very strong
Why
word.
would I lose my position if they... can't go back to your house.
It's convenient you guys have a lawyer.
Kidnapping is a very strong word in this situation because we're going to release him and we're not going to like ask for a ransom or something.
Oh,
Don't worry. I'll do the talking and Sarge will do the standing there looming. And what you can do is focus on not panicking.
oh God.
No, breathe. Do you want to drive? Would that help?
Oh. Oh.
Would you like to hold my gloves?
Oh. Oh. No.
Okay, are we back yet?
You guys made it to your apartment, yes.
Okay, so we're walking back upstairs. She's still
I'm
panicking.
gonna just wait outside and you guys can talk to him.
I mean, you might not want to, only because if Bread across the street sees you, he's quite likely.
I could lose my position.
No, but don't worry, because the plan. No, darling, calm down. You're not understanding the full nature of the plan, because if we can complete the plan to perfection, right? He'll be so frightened that he won't go to either the police or me, the asylum for Sarge, or, the Red Hats for you, right? So it should be fine. As long as we...
Yeah, fine.
Okay, don't worry. As long as we scare him enough. Let's just hope he knows something incriminating, because that'd be really helpful to me right now. Like, if we could get some sort of incriminate, did you happen to find any evidence about him at all while you was in the police station? Is he possibly involved in any criminal act? You're giving me a look now. I feel like you're... Okay, so should we go upstairs?
You can go upstairs and you can talk to him. I'm not letting him see me because then I could lose my job because you're incompetent.
No. That's very strong. Again, to reiterate, this is mostly Sarge's fault.
You were supposed to be like a detective, not like a kidnapper.
Again, I must object to the term kidnap. We are planning to release him.
Yeah, well, kidnappers are too if you pay ransom.
But we're not going to charge anything. Which, if you look at it like that, makes us quite a lot better than the average kidnapper. Anyway, as the senior member of our group, the person who essentially will get in trouble if the police finds out about this, I think it's important that you're there to call the shots, and deflect any, unwanted attention from the innocent bystander in all this, which I think we can all agree is me. I didn't hit him on the head. I didn't tie him to the chair.
He's in your apartment.
Which I think is very unfair, personally, but Sarge doesn't have an apartment we could go to. Okay, you give me a look again. It's a very angry look. So, if you come upstairs with us, tell you what, would you like a disguise or something?
Yes.
You've got a hat in the car you can wear.
I could do that, yes.
Pull that over your eyes. You won't know who you are, maybe, if you can't see your chin or whatever.
I could take off my jacket.
Yeah, take off your jacket, put on the hat, and he might think, but not who you are. You do look quite a lot like a girl, regardless of the jacket. Do you think you might want to put my coat on over the top? That way, he might think you're a guy.
Well, perhaps I won't be able to talk though either.
Yeah, but we've already established how good you are at falsehood anyway, and mostly
Well,
what we're
then
going
why
to
am I calling the shots? If I
because
can't
we need
talk?
an intimidating presence in the room, and I think if you stand in the background looking intimidating, and Sarge hulks nearby, we might have a better chance of scaring the shit out of this kid.
All right, I can do that.
If you could
I
maybe
can
like,
be intimidating.
yeah, if you could maybe like occasionally make a noise, like a low gurgle or wheeze, while we're talking. You know, not nothing, just in the background. That would be magic.
I'm all right.
Okay, because basically we want to make him think
I've
like
never-
he's definitely gonna die.
I've never interrogated anyone, so I don't exactly know.
You're in the
how-
military though, so you must have seen how it works, yeah? It's gonna be like that, but without quite so much water torture.
No, no. I'm in the science branch of the military.
How
We're
is it?
taught how to
I've got
use
stuck
guns and
with two
things.
military people, neither of whom knows how to torture anyone.
Because not all of the military are torturers.
All right, that's new information. But okay, all right, fair enough. So just stand in the background, look intimidating, fondle your gun. Have you got a gun?
Oh yes, I do.
And I go to like, that's an interesting thing to me. I go to pull out my gun. What kind of gun do I have?
You have a third. No, you have a 45.
45 revolver. I pull out a fully 45 revolver.
Jesus.
Ah!
Death wish.
Okay, yeah, that should work quite well, I think. With the is there a reason why you're carrying a cannon?
I just really like nice weaponry and nice motor vehicles and you know.
Okay, I mean, I've got a gun to.
You got a 32.
I've got a 32 fucking pistol. My thing is like a light slap compared to this. That's really.
Well, you know, when a young lady comes to a foreign country and she's not with her father, then he supplies that young lady sometimes with the means of protecting herself.
And your dad runs like a gun factory, then, yeah?
No, he just has lots of friends who do own very nice establishments.
Yeah, this is gonna work well. Your gun is very impressive. If you fondle that while making occasional weird noises in the background,
alright.
I think this is gonna work really well for intimidation.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just kind of if he notices it's me, I'm very much not gonna be very happy. However, this does sound fun.
Oh, good. Yeah, it'll be a laugh. All right, so let's go up.
I really hope that he is somehow involved because I'll feel really bad. It's just a gardener.
Yeah, if that does happen, it will certainly put a bit of a black mark on the evening's work. To
It's
say the
gonna
least.
be this one guy I found who had all of his organs missing.
Let's try and avoid that for now.
Oh God. Okay, give me your coat, please.
Okay. Right, so we're going upstairs to the.
All right, we're gonna take a break here before the epic interrogation, probably epic interrogation happens. So we're gonna take 5 minutes, guys. We'll be back in a little bit. If you haven't caught up on the story, now is a great time to do !story in chat and go read up on the first 3 episodes, and we'll see you soon. Okay? So be right back. Hello, everybody. We're back. How's it going? As you can see, we have our very nice disguises here as Simon and Evelyn prepare to enter into Simon's apartment to join Sarge in questioning one Price Redding, whom they did not kidnap from St. Anne Well Garden. Here we go.
I'm actually dressed like this, but I'm not going to wear this damn thing the whole time because I'm going to have to talk.
All right. Who walks into the room first?
I'll go into the room first.
All right.
And what is the tableau when I walk into the room?
So you see that the gentleman has woken up and is staring intently back at Sarge, who is staring at him.
I look over and I'm like, what the hell is this? Why is everyone dressed up for Halloween?
Well, we thought it might be best if he hadn't seen our faces, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good thing just to throw in just now. Great. Oh, don't see anyone else's faces. But, good old Sarge, you can leave him alone because nobody gives a crap about him.
Well, in the event, it's all right. It's going to be fine. Anyway, so has he woken up?
Well, look.
Oh yeah, he's woken up. Remember,
okay.
he's looking back at Sarge.
Okay, and he's alive. So well done, Sarge.
Oh no, I just been staring at him. I said if he talked, I'd knock him back out.
Yeah, that's about in line with the plan. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take the sock out of his mouth now.
Hold on, just before you do,
Okay.
Mr. Redding, do you mind if I call Price? Do you mind if I call you Price?
Mm.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Now, Price. Before we take the sock out of your mouth, I need to make you aware of a few little situations with your predicament. Firstly, you've met the Sarge here.
Do you have a cold? What's going on?
You've met the Sarge, and as I'm sure you've taken on board, he is batshit crazy. Okay? Now, over here, you'll be aware of Triggs McGiven. Okay? Now, I'm assuming you're an honest man. But you've had no reason to hang out in the shadowy world of crime that lurks below the surface of Brian, right? But if you had, you probably have heard of Triggs. Don't worry though, if you play right with us, he'll have no reason to do anything too hostile. But, and I can't stress this enough, when the Sarge here takes the sock out of your mouth, if you scream, we will kill you slowly.
I pull out my K-bar knife as he says that, like the huge fucking knife, and I'm like,
As you can see, there is nobody in this room who is on your side. But if you play straight with us, you may get out of this alive. Triggs is already losing his mind over there. He wants to kill someone. It might be you. As you can see.
and that's a pretty big gun. I mean, I wouldn't want to get shot with that. That'd probably put a good, like, this size hole through me.
And Sarge is an expert on weapons, as you can see. Now, Sarge, if you want to take the sock out of his mouth.
All right, and then I go to take the sock out of his mouth. It was a clean sock, but if we have to put it back in, it's going to be a dirty sock.
As you can see, Bryce, things are not looking good for you. But don't worry, because I can keep these guys at bay if you just answer a few questions and don't play false with us. You're not going to do that, are you, Bryce? You and me, we
know who you are.
Yeah, about that. So, regarding your association with this particular situation that we're in right now, I've just heard the music in the background. So, from Lord of the Rings?
No. It's actually specific to Lovecraftian horror music.
I love it.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like the Two Towers battle music.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Sure.
Right, what are we trying to find out from Price Redding? Wait, this is the guy with the book, right?
The name that, the reason why you got the name of Price Redding was from William Somerset, who you guys went to visit in Devil's Dyke, and he was, Price Redding was supposed to be the recipient, the next recipient.
We're assuming that he either wrote the page that's missing, or he wrote the pages about the Hand of Tyndalis.
Yeah.
If you can hear me, I don't know how well you
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Now, Price. We have some questions concerning a book that we think you wrote. Are you the kind of man who... Now, Price, hold on a second. Before you lie, are you, Price, the kind of man who might write a book about certain happenstances and weirdness in and around the Brighton area?
You think I wrote a book? I am tied up right now because you think I wrote a book.
Sarge, you can hit him just once.
All right. I'm gonna punch him in the face like once. Can I roll? Do I have to roll anything since he's tied
Strength.
up? Strength. Okay.
Depends on how hard you punch him.
Nothing to do lethal. Nothing. Not the first punch. No, I'm not gonna punch him hard. I'm gonna punch him. Let him know I mean business. Like, look, I'm not giving all my I'm even coming up lackadaisical, and I'm just gonna kind of like tap him in the face and let him know I mean business, and that's exactly what I do.
What was that for?
Well, I felt like there was a danger of us going down a false path with you. Now, are you aware of this book?
Bloody
pass the
hell.
book over.
All right, listen up. I am a groundskeeper at St. Anne's Well Garden. That is what I've done since my father stopped doing it, and that is what I will do until I die. So I don't write books, I don't read books, and I don't know what that is.
So you've never seen this book before?
Is there a role we can see if he's lying?
You guys would have to roll,
Psychoanalysis?
yeah, probably.
God damn it.
I'm gonna try. Nope.
Fuck it,
Alright.
why not? Huh.
If I succeed, I'm fucking putting a point in. I'm fucking next
Yeah,
time.
because I've got one in this.
Yeah.
So it would have been unlikely to succeed. Okay. So you've never seen this book before ever in your life, because that doesn't strike me as entirely true. The information we have, Price, from a William Somerset, is that you were the person next in the line to write in this book. It's a kind of amalgam of different people. Sarge, feel free to hit him again if it looks like he's about to lie.
Okay.
How do you know if I'm lying or not? You just make it up. You just think
But
this
that's-
is when he's lying.
That's going to depend on what you say, innit, Air Price?
So, let me get this straight. You have tied me up. You have kidnapped me from my home when I tried to help you because I know what's happening in that park. There's some crazy Satanist or something. I don't know. I avoid the area. And anyway, you bring me to some place that I've never been to before and questioning me about a book, and then you determine whether I'm lying or not. Do I have that correct?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Right, so either way, I don't get out of this alive, is what you're telling me.
You have a very small chance of getting out of this alive.
So then
depending on the
why
information
would I
you
tell
provide.
you anything even if I knew something?
A very small chance. Whereas if you don't tell us anything, I can guarantee you, you will be floating on the seashore by the morning.
Right then. I don't know what you expect me to tell you. I don't know anything about a book. I don't
You
know
know
what that
nothing
is.
about this book.
I don't know what that is. I don't know whatever Somerset. I don't know who.
You don't know Somerset.
No.
Right,
Is he
you
the
know-
author? I think I've heard of a Somerset author of books,
I
but
tap Simon on the shoulder. Evelyn taps Simon on the shoulder.
What is it?
Ask him what his dad's name was.
All right, Price. Triggs is not happy. As you can see, he's getting very edgy right now. I'm doing my best to hold him at bay. You need to be honest with me now, Price. Tell me, because this is some information we received, might corroborate your story a little bit. What was your dad's name again?
I never told you my dad's name.
What was your dad's name? Sarge, get ready.
Okay.
So, your dad's name there, Price?
My dad's long dead, so his name is irrelevant.
But what was his name? This
Dad.
doesn't have to be painful for you, Price.
I
Well,
punch him.
And apparently kill him.
I'll roll his constitution. Oh, well, that's good. He's bleeding. Where did you hit him?
In the face?
Yeah, he's bleeding from the mouth.
Now,
Yeah,
Price, I don't want that to happen again. That was a bad time for you. What was your dad's name?
His name was Mr. Redding.
Okay. Now, this isn't getting us anywhere. I feel like you're being quite obstructive here when we're only trying to get you out of this alive.
Explain to me, and he spits blood out of his mouth, why you need my father's name, who has been dead for over 20 years and has nothing to do with anything but the groundskeeping at the
May
park
well.
which you abducted me from.
Very much help your story in terms of corroboration, and that will assist you when it comes to the old staying alive thing, which I have already mentioned. And I feel like you should be taken a bit more seriously than you are.
I can't lean back, and I was like, maybe mention the dogs or show him passages from the book. You know, I'm like whispering that to Simon and see how he reacts.
Yeah. We'll do that after the dad thing, yeah.
Okay.
What is your dad's name?
Jeffrey.
Psychoanalysis. Come on. There we go.
No. Massive failure. Oh, yeah, you passed. That was a straight.
No, yeah.
Was it Jeffrey? Was Jeffrey the right? This is unwinding on us. Sarge, show him the book.
All right.
See if he recognizes anything from the book. And
Does
then
Evelyn have the book?
Oh, no,
I'm
she
asking
can't
out a character.
have it.
I'm asking out
Yeah, Evelyn has it.
I handed it to Simon.
Yeah,
Okay, I am. All right, and I flip to the page and I show him the Hounds of Tinderlost page.
Tinderlost.
So does this here look familiar to you at all, there, Price?
And I'm watching his face.
Looks like somebody made a drawing of.
Can I? Okay,
Something.
when I show him the picture, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll spot hidden for a weird movement, like if he's trying to like hide his like.
Can't really do
reaction.
spot hidden for that.
God damn it! There's gotta be a psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
You can. Let's see.
God, this music's getting very intense.
Yeah.
Do you want me to change
I like
it?
No, it's great.
All right. Yeah, no, I mean, psychoanalysis is literally the only thing. I mean, you can't tell anybody's motives otherwise, right? So.
Thing, yeah.
Let me say.
Okay. Right. Let's just go down a slightly different path for a second. I can see you are trying to tell us the truth, and I feel like you got more to say about the Satanists in the church that we ran away from when we accidentally knocked you over and had to bring you back here to make sure you were safe.
Oh, is that what you call it?
That's what we're going with, yeah. About the Satanists in the temple. Can you tell us a little bit more about that so we can, know what to tell the police when we tell them about your temple of Satanists?
Look, I've been working on the grounds for a very long time since I could hold a shovel. Like I said, my father before me, his father before him, family business and all. And for the last, I don't know, month or so, these weird people out of nowhere in the evenings during certain parts of the month come out and start chanting, and I don't know what it is, but they scare the living shit out of me, so I just stay in my little hovel and
Wait. You said a certain part of the month. What do you mean about month? What month? What part of the month?
I observed it's usually during new moons. It's a strange thing, but that's really how I tell the parts of the month, to be honest with you, is I spend so much time outside, it's really all I can do to know when and what time everything is. So new moon, as you see outside, it's second day of new moon almost. You should be coming back soon to but
Wait, when's the next new moon?
not until next month.
Is it new moon
As
right
usual.
now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Price. Sarge, is there anything else you want to ask him?
What about fog? Is any weird fog?
No, I mean
Nah.
it's Brighton. We're by the beach. There's fog on occasion, but it's
Like fog inside a building, though?
no, sir.
And have you noticed anything peculiar in your groundskeeping work Any peculiar wildlife or beasts or creatures out there?
Not really, no.
Maybe anything around the church?
No, I don't really know. When I'm there during the day, it's to clear away some of the rubble. They're going to be doing new construction. So part of the church is torn down and nobody uses it at present, so...
Okay. Triggs, anything else you want to ask him? Now, Bryce. It's good news and it's bad news, from your perspective.
Wait, I want to ask one more thing. Why are you so okay with dying?
Well, I have a tiny little shack to go back to with minimal food and shit wages, and I expect to die inside there, so really it doesn't really matter where.
In that case, good news. There's two ways that this can go now for you. As I can see, you're not really very afraid of death. But the good news about all of this is what we can do is take you back to your shack, leave you there, and you'll never see us again. But here's the danger, right? As you can see, Triggs over there has been itching to go at you for the last little while. And I know you're not frightened of death. But the stuff that will be leading up to the death, like the 3 or 4 weeks in which Triggs will keep you alive prior to the death, will be a bit more upsetting than the death itself. I get that that doesn't seem to frighten you very much, but let me assure you, once Triggs gets to work, you're gonna scream and you ain't gonna stop. But don't worry, because I can keep him under control. We'll go off and find somebody else. But you, Price, we're going to be keeping an eye on the Rosas. We're keeping an eye on the Pinkos. We're going to keep an eye on a lot of them. All right? If it gets back to us, and we will find out, you've gone to speak to anything about this night, Triggs is going to come looking for you. Exactly. And when Triggs finds you, you are going to wish you died in this room.
Make an intimidation roll.
Alrighty. I'm actually going to pass that over to my much more intimidating colleague. Can I do fast talk in that case?
Yes.
I'm going to fucking fail this, aren't I? And then I'm going to cry. Oh. Why is it like...
Why is it
I've got like a
this?
73% fast talk.
I'm gonna stand there and look intimidating. Oh,
Did you intimidate him?
I did hard.
Oh, hopefully that
Hard.
He remains quiet, and he is he's not making eye contact with anybody anymore, and just kind of looking down towards the floor.
Do we have an arrangement, Price? Sarge.
He just nods his head a little bit.
Okay, now, Price. We're going to have to knock you out again. But no, don't worry. The good news is this time, Triggs,
Is there a bed nearby?
well, there's one in the room, bedroom, yeah.
We're in the bedroom, right?
We're in like the living room.
Okay. If there's like a pillow nearby or something, like, I'd point to it.
Okay. What do you want? Oh yeah, okay. I get you. This one isn't gonna hurt. Don't panic. Sarge, go and get the pillow.
I grab a pillow. I'm like, you can understand their hand signals, but when I do hand signals, you don't understand anything. utter shit right now, as you guys would say here.
Sarge, just put him to sleep with the pillow.
From the pillow. Well, but I mean, that's a long. That's a very long sleep. I don't want.
Well, no, I don't mean kill him. I just mean, you know, cut off his air supply until he passes out. Right. Triggs, what's going on? You want us to blind him?
Oh, the pillowcase?
How's he going to be able to do his job if you blind him?
Do you want me to put the pillow over his head? Like the pillowcase, and then we walk him out of here, and then he makes... Oh, so
So you do want us to suffocate him?
No, put the pillowcase over his head, and then we walk him out of here without knocking him out. Okay. Are you gonna scream? I look at Price. Oh, we put a sock in his mouth. We'll put the clean sock in his mouth.
Yeah, we'll do the clean sock at this point. I think things have gone on to a certain place.
I mean,
Oh, Price. Are we on the same page here? We don't have to knock you out. Sarge is going to be beside you the whole time.
Well, I was like, but I lean over away from Price or anything like that. I'm like, maybe we give him hush money.
Do what?
Hush money. Like you give him a little bit extra money and be like, this is incentive to keeping your mouth goddamn shut.
And I go into my bag and I pull out like some money, and I just hand it to Sarge. And then I do like a pat on his hand, like I'm trying to be like a man, like.
Yeah, okay. I get the money. I'm like, okay, if it's a lot of money, like I don't know.
I probably get
pounds.
like maybe 2 pounds.
That's a decent amount of money then, yeah.
Okay. I go. Does he have like a front pocket?
Oh, does Redding? He's got 2 pockets because it's like kind of like coveralls, right? So because he's been working out in dirt and stuff, so he's got like the whole thing with the big pockets and all that stuff. So
Okay. I was like, I put that in his pocket, and I was like, this will help you be quiet, right?
yep.
Okay. So, all right, stick the pillowcase over his head and let's take him back.
Okay. Take a pillowcase and then stealthily walk him out
Are
the
you
door.
trying to stealth?
I am.
Okay.
Fucking not.
Stealth.
Bollocks
roll.
to stealth rolls. I'm sick of that shit.
I'm just gonna stay in the house.
Okay. Fucking come in.
You make quite a bit of a ruckus, and Brett comes out. And, are you again? Trying to sleep over here?
I know, I've got a lady upstairs.
What
Brett,
the
don't
fuck
worry.
is it now? Is it you got a party in there or something?
No. He's going home. I've got a lady up there. Don't worry about it, Brett.
Oh, lady.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's an easy ticket. I'll see you soon, man. I'll tell you about it.
All right.
Or something to that effect.
Okay. And we walk him out to the car.
Yeah, we're walking out of the car, and I suppose we're driving him back to the Hove area. Then sort of kicking him out.
You know what? I say we drive him like maybe half a mile away from the Hove area. And
I don't mean to his house. I mean like let him fucking walk back.
Yeah, I mean like somewhere where he can get back easy.
I'm not even bothered if he can get back easy from there, honestly.
Neither am I.
Okay, and once we've done that, we'll reconnect with Evelyn back at the house to discuss how well the evening's gone.
Wonderful.
Okay.
It was the best interrogation ever.
None of us could tell if he was lying or not, and we never like pushed it like to the point where we wanted him screaming.
We probably could have tortured him more, but
You could have.
We could have, but I don't think
he didn't seem to give a shit about torture. Quite honestly, he seemed pretty ambivalent to it.
Which kind of bugs me a little bit. That's why I asked why he's so okay with dying.
It's certainly interesting that he was so ambivalent to the idea of being tortured by potentially mobsters who are clearly nuts.
Yeah. Let's head back. Let's head back to your place. That guy's weird, man. And that's coming from me.
I mean, it was curious.
Like if I was getting interrogated, like, and I was getting tortured, I want stuff to live for.
I'm quite surprised that there wasn't piss all over my floor, frankly. And yeah, that was very. We need to keep that guy in mind because
he's very dead inside, and he has a bunch of underground tunnels. Maybe
there was something there. I mean, me or Ethan when he gets back, or Evelyn can definitely go and talk to him again. You probably should not.
No, but you guys should go during the day and not at night.
Oh
'cause
yeah, we'll go at night during the day in a usual way. You know, questions, nice questions that don't involve being smacked in the face.
But he never saw your guy's face, so maybe
Yeah,
he
that was
pretend
part
to
of
be
that.
someone else, you know?
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
oh,
While they're talking on the way back, I'm gonna look into the notes that that they took from the hospital that talk about the lunacy cycles and see what it says about new moon.
Knew you were gonna do that. I was about to upload the handout. All right. What the fuck is this?
Because all these crazies probably believe in this shit.
The lunar cycle is generally linked up that way. All right, so we're still bickering in the car.
yeah.
Good. All right. So you guys have successfully kidnapped, intimidated, and assaulted another person.
And it turned out that person wasn't the price rating that we needed. Which even I suspect, if that had been the right price rating, I feel like you would have changed it anyway, just to punish us for our insane actions over the course of the last hour or so.
I believe we have 3 more kidnappings to go now.
That was only
a live
Two.
Two.
There's 5 total, remember?
Hopefully we'll do better at the next kidnapping.
Evelyn, I showed you the Somerset lunar notes. You can share or not. Let me know if you plan on sharing it with them.
You did?
Yeah, it's in your journal.
Yeah.
And if you need help reading any of it, just let me know.
A minute. Well,
The left side is readable for the most part.
It's taking a second for it to load up.
Okay.
I have theorized that the lunar cycles may have a direct impact on human sleep patterns and through 16 months of time monitoring and documenting this hypothesis for myself as well as several species of animal, I've discovered far beyond what I could have ever imagined. Occult ties to lunar cycles. New moon is revival, new beginnings, and spells. Waxing is transformations and alterations. Full moon is a harvest, manifestation, deity rituals. Waning is a cleansing, releasing, warding, and dark is a divination, summoning, death, exorcisms, and rejectories. Is that what that says?
Yep. You got it all.
So,
there's other
I'm
documentation on his his hypotheses and like his sleep pattern documentation, but it's all like.
So, but from this, I'm gathering that he's saying that that humans and animals tend to kind of fall into these sort of categories. The more than likely, there is some humans out there that believe they can do spells on this time of month, and they can do divinations on this time of month. So he's researched other groups of people.
Yes. So he basically it appears that he went to go do research in the world to along the lines of interviewing people or having conversations with those that he felt were close to the earth, and so to speak. He knows that there's a lot of gypsies around in the country parts, and then there's there's actually a well-known gypsy by a lot of Brighton locals, they've been descendants from years from the 1800s. Who the original 1800s gypsy that was actually living in St. Anne's Well Garden, and her name was Gypsy Lee, and her descendant, they believe, her name, or she probably changed her name, but is also related.
What was it?
Gypsy Lee, Lee. There seems to be a lot of collection of interest in St. Anne's because of how open and connected it is to the earth. So it's one of the
so
areas.
these are pagans that have been coming from generation to generation, and
possibly
so now they live there. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm thinking very scientifically.
Oh yeah. You think of it as more of a religious type of interest of those people than it is a
And
cult.
because they believe in occult things, they would be the kind of people to believe in such an idea that, like, when the new moon comes out, they have to rebind spells and do all that kind of,
Yeah.
which would make sense as to why they were there chanting.
Yeah.
But you weren't there for the chanting, so
So
you're
the documents that we thought may not be useful are not useful.
Right, so where are we now? Are we on our way back?
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
That's right, Francis Bacon.
All right. So at this point, it's very late in the evening. We can have you guys take a quick break, as in your characters, and then we obviously skip over it. But if you guys want to stay at Simon's place, or if you guys want to separate out and go to your designated areas, Sarge obviously doesn't have a place to stay, so
I'm saying that Simon because he said I could stay there whenever I wanted. So
okay.
I don't believe I said that.
you did. We had a conversation outside the library when I was having.
If you
Oh,
would
damn, I
so
did say
kind as
that.
to take me back to the bar. I left my motor vehicle there, and I would like to go home and sleep tonight.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I'll take you back.
All right.
Want to do that right now?
Yeah. Okay.
What time is it?
It's like almost midnight.
Okay.
All right, so what do you want to do then, boss? Meet back here in the morning or what?
Yeah, I can be back here. I believe because of my extreme knowledge of maps and areas that I should be able to find your place yet again in the morning.
I think I have
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you do.
navigation. Yeah.
Okay, then no worries. And then we can go and look up these other 2 price readings.
Yes, but next time we are not kidnapping any of them. We're going to ask them nice questions.
Look, in our defense.
We beat up an innocent man today.
We were being chased by weird, bubbly, chanting
Yes,
weird.
and I've read about them in these notes that you thought that weren't going to be very important. These notes right here, they talked about the new moon, like he was talking about, correct? Well, guess what? In these notes, it says that there's gypsies that live there, and they believe in this shit. So they probably were just doing.
Sorry. You guys are taken aback by her assertiveness.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right.
All right, okay, no worries.
You're very passionate about what you're talking about right now. This is okay.
Well, we just hurt an innocent man in the name of something that was completely. There was nobody getting hurt by this except for other people until just now.
Well, I mean,
In my defense, I tried to make him walk quietly, but then he screamed a little bit, and then Simon knocked him out, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta carry him. Yeah.
behind his back. Yeah. Then I knocked him out, Sarge. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I did it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
Yeah,
because there's
exactly.
lots of weird things going on. The chanting was probably a little bit scary.
What were they chanting?
But-
You freaked out. He freaked out when they started chanting. He was like,
Did you hear what they were chanting again?
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
did.
you heard it
you want me
specifically
to
and then you
replay
made
it?
an occult rule.
If you can replay it, but just out of character, I'll know what the words are. But
Yeah.
in character, if I know what the language
What,
is.
they said Ia, right?
This is it right here. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. No worries. I know where we are. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had a case a few years ago. Nothing major. Just usual missing person stuff. Saw this stuff written on a wall. Yeah, but it wasn't so much painted on the wall, and it wasn't the whole thing. It wasn't all that Muglower thing. It was just the ear, and then a word I can't say, and then something like faggon. Is that that was what they were saying. Anyway, long story short, we didn't find the girl, but we did find her body a few days later.
Did
It wasn't that comfortable a scenario.
Was it like the bodies that they found?
Not exactly.
Was there stuff missing?
How are we leading into this? I don't think
There were some limbs missing.
limbs missing. Yeah.
The head was still attached, though, unlike the other body.
Not missing the head like on yours, but they didn't have all their arms and legs. So it was weird, right? It wasn't a comfortable scenario.
Was it there those symbols?
Yeah, well, it wasn't the symbols so much as what those guys in the church was chanting.
Were gypsies involved?
Yeah, well, I mean, there were bodies that didn't have any arms and legs and that, so it was a bit like yours.
I mean, like, what we're okay. So, I mean, but you got like scared. You were like, a lot of people died. Did a lot of people die, or just that one girl?
Well, no, it started as one girl, but over the course of about 6 months, this was up north. Over the course of about 6 months, about 8 in total turned up, and they was all missing bits and bobs, and it wasn't our best time in their life,
Well, how long ago was that?
Do the police know about that case too?
I mean, they know about it in the same way that they know about your case, so no, they don't really know anything about it.
Okay, wait. How long ago was that case?
I mean, this was a few years back now, and as I say, this was way up north, still on the coast, mind, but way up north.
I mean, maybe the bodies were like that girl went disappearing on a new moon night too, so maybe we're dealing with the same people.
I mean, potentially, but it was enough to rustle my jimmies, I'm telling you that.
Okay, so, all right. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot taken.
Anyway, Sarge, I suppose you're crashing here, are you?
Yeah, I'm crashing here.
Right. You can have okay. You see the chair over there by the radio?
Yeah.
See that bit of floor next to it?
Yeah.
You can crash in that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be in the bed if you need anything.
I don't care. I'm used to sleeping on the ground.
And this is going to work out really well.
Yeah. It's more comfortable than a dirt rock in your back,
All right, perfect. And then we'll take Evelyn back to her place and such and so on.
Is there a couch in this place?
Yeah, there's a couch.
I'm actually going to sleep on the floor because I don't want to feel like I'm sleeping on marshmallows.
Okay.
All right.
All right, cool. So, Evelyn, you get brought back to the West Pier pub. Simon drops you off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're gonna go right back to your place, right?
I'm going back to mine to crash out. I'm tired after all the failed kidnapping.
Well, the kidnapping itself was successful. It was the interrogation.
He turned out to be intractable and a pain in the ass.
How close to my woman's home, like dorms or whatever, am I to the military office?
It's only about a 10-minute walk, so it's really close.
But I have my bike, so I could technically. How late are we right now? Probably
it's
pretty late.
Midnight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just have to do it in the morning. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So,
in the morning.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because you probably have something that's happening in the evening. Perhaps.
Yeah. So in the night passes.
Are we doing so? The advancement that we did counts as this rest or the last?
The last rest. So this is a new rest.
So can we do?
If you want to, yeah. On the ones that you guys had extreme successes on. If you didn't have any extreme successes, you can still roll a D6. So the extreme successes are D10s. You can still roll a D6, 1D6 for 3 other skills that you've already used. So. Okay,
so let's say
this is so much bullshit.
You got a 6.
Shit.
That's good.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
But it's not good when I need it. Fucking talk, is it? It's always a 6 when I'm going to be adding it to some shit skill that's not going to be useful. I'm putting it all in psychoanalysis. I'm finding out if people are lying. This is bullshit.
Okay.
Wait, what are we writing?
So any of the skills that you've used up to this point, so all three, 4 episodes technically, you can, if you had any extreme successes this episode, you can put a 1d10 points into it. Only one of them though, or you can do 1d6 for 3 of any used skills.
I
don't think anybody else had extreme success except for Sarge. During this episode.
I did in spot hidden and listen.
So if you want, you can do 1d10 to one of those, or do 1d6 for 3 skills total.
Can I raise up? What other skills did I use during that day?
And nobody fumbled, right? I don't think anybody fumbled.
No,
okay.
No one fumbled.
I didn't think so.
Can I raise my intimidate, stealth, and spot hidden?
I think so. Let me double check what you're at right now, because
I did psychoanalysis, occult, and fast talk in the hope of one day passing a fast talk roll.
Which one did you want to? Which ones was it, Sarge?
Spot hidden, intimidate, and listen.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna do this on my computer, not the laptop, because I can't type with this Swedish thing. Okay, I'm gonna roll. This is for intimidate. This is for listen. This is for spot hidden. All right.
I mean, you see my point, right? See my point.
Yeah. At least my intimidate went up.
Nobody's rolled a 666 though. Come on.
My spot hidden went up 2 points, so I mean that's better than normal.
Mm-hmm.
My listen and spot hidden are good. My intimidate went up, which is really good.
I put what I told him for.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna uncheck.
I checked all my things.
Yeah. So when I get extremes, I'm gonna start checking them off and.
I've only used 2 this episode. I've only used 2 skills, so I'm guessing that I can only roll 2d6.
Yeah, but you still have the rest of the episode, so you can do it next time.
Okay.
Never good at listening IRL. Aww. Okay.
That's actually my my friend from back home.
All right. Okay.
We don't change them yet, right?
No, you can change them because you're in rest period. That's the only reason why we're doing it midstream is because you guys actually have a rest period. I'm gonna have to do something with Ethan offline probably and put up a recording so that you guys can see what happened. For the stream, not you guys, for the peeps in stream. So, okay. So we good with our advancements for the evening?
I believe so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, the night passes without any particular issue, so no worries on there. Sarge, you wake up to a very cold and uneasy feeling.
Oh, son of a bitch. Spot hidden. Fucking, are you kidding me? I'm like, Simon, where are you? Simon? Simon, is there fog? Like, do I know there's fog at least in here?
You notice it's very cold in the room.
Okay, I'm like very...
What?
I mean, like, do you feel how cold it's in here?
I am under a duvet.
Okay, I'm just slowly walking around and trying to figure out what's going on.
It's like super early in the morning. Like it's like 6 a.m. right now for you guys. Like you woke up suddenly because you were very cold.
Can I roll natural world to see if that's normal?
Sure.
No. Okay. Since there's no fog in here, can I look out the peephole?
Okay.
And see if there's fog out there?
Mm-hmm.
There's fog out there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm like, Simon, there's fog outside your apartment.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you right now. We gotta go.
Why? Because it's Brighton. It's always fucking foggy.
Outside your apartment?
Do you know how close the sea is right now?
Does it get foggy inside the building?
Inside the building?
It's inside the building.
Oh, no, that's not normal, no.
No, I think we gotta go, and I don't know how to get out of here without going through that fog.
You have a fire escape, Simon.
I mean, we'll go down the fire escape, man.
Okay, that's where I'm like opening the window. I'm like going out to it.
I suppose I'm kind of getting dressed.
You have to actually get dressed still, yeah. Sarge has stayed dressed. You have not.
Alright, so what's he so okay, I'll start spot hiddening myself looking around. I'm not spot hiddening, I'm just looking into the fucking room.
Yeah. Nothing
Is
in
there
particular.
any-
You do notice that it's incredibly cold. The windows have kind of frosted over.
It's
That's-
July,
what-
right?
what-
It's August.
It's August.
August,
It's August 8th? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Sarge, where did he?
I'm like out the window. I'm like going down the thing.
You like?
I'm definitely getting a clip on when it comes to collecting up my stuff and legging it out of the window at this point. Then things are getting uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I'm not seeing any fog, but the window panes are frosted in August, which is enough cause for concern.
As you guys are making your way out through the window and down the fire escape, you notice this kind of howling wind. Like, it's incredibly windy.
Not like a normal.
And it's like there's nobody on the street, but you know, your fire escape's down the alleyway, right? So it's like there's just an excessive amount of wind and
In an alley.
yeah, and there's the
A
appearance.
blind alley?
Hmm?
Is it a blind alley? Or is there
No.
an opening at both ends?
There is an opening at both ends.
Okay.
So, you notice that it's very dark outside. It's 6 a.m. The sun should be coming up, but it's either
Like August,
a
it should be-
storm.
it should be fairly bright by this
Yeah,
point.
it's very, very cloudy. The clouds are actually very dark, and it may be a storm coming in, but
Oh, it
it's
does.
very cold.
Sarge, way up, Sarge. No, don't run off. No, come back.
No, I'm not going back there. No, I don't.
No, I'm not saying you come back in the room. I'm coming to you. Just don't run away.
Okay, I'm like waiting down towards like the bottom of the fire exit.
What is going on with the clouds? Have you seen the clouds?
I don't know. You said it's because it's England.
Yeah. That was more to do with fog turning up in the early morning, because that's pretty standard.
But in your building.
Yeah, that's less standard. And what's even less standard than that is the fact that right now it's August and it should be at the very least a bit sunny. But
Yeah.
right now it looks like early dusk out here. You got any
Yeah.
light you might want to shed on this?
You're in the loop as I am right now. I just think we should get out of here. I just want to get out
so
of here.
We both know absolutely nothing, and
Yeah.
the plan is to run over to Evelyn's house.
I don't know where Evelyn lives. I'd rather go in that
You don't know where
that pub with no corners.
You guys
That's-
technically you did drop me off.
Yeah, I would
the
know where
house
the
did
military
that.
base is at the very least.
Well, that and you also you took me to drop off my motorcycle and then get into the car before we went to the country.
Yeah, so we know where the base is. We know where the.
You know where the woman's home is. Yeah.
Well, I know where she lives, and since she is the only one out of the three of us who seems to actually have a fucking clue what's going on right now, how about we go and see her? At the very least, we get indoors, because if this isn't a storm coming, then I don't know what's going on.
I mean, yeah, is that pub open? I'd rather go to that pub with no corners.
It's 6 in the morning right now, so I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and say that the pub is not open.
Can we break into it? I mean, that seems like a better idea right now.
We can break into it, but, and I can't stress this enough, I feel like we've already gone as far as we want to go into the dangers of being arrested. Or at least this,
I mean, can we just get out? Let's just go somewhere else other than here right now.
let's go see Evelyn. She might be able to shed some light on this subject. And if not, at the very least, We're not standing outside with the fog in the house and the cold on the glass and the lack of light and all the clouds in August.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, legging it to the car then.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are on your way to Evelyn's house. You realize on the way that you don't actually know which room she's in.
Oh, okay. Bollocks. All right, so...
And it's a women's home, so the likelihood of you stepping actually inside is
So we're not
incredible.
even going to be able to get in.
Is there like as we're leaving? Is there like fog like billowing from?
There's fog all around the city right now. As you're driving through, there's just...
Is the fog actually doing anything interesting, like moving? Or is it just sitting like fog does?
It's mostly sitting like fog does.
It's
It's
mostly
just very...
doing...
It's just very... It's very strange to you that the type of storm, like, it feels very isolated to the one area that you guys are in.
So if we were to look further out onto the horizon, will we in fact see that the sky is blue?
Mm-hmm.
Sarge, there's a small problem that I've noticed.
What's that?
Other than the problems that we've already made clear up to now,
Yeah.
you see the church over there?
Yeah.
Do you see past the church? This, the bit of sky behind the church.
Oh, yeah, it's blue.
Is that the same as the sky that's right above us?
Now, are you saying that storm, like, we got a little storm cloud above us?
Now, I don't know much about the weather, but I ain't ever seen a storm that worked like this. How about you?
I'm going to roll natural world and fail. No, I haven't either. This is actually, I don't know what's going on. Why is there fog in buildings? And why is this, like, this storm's just over the city? Why?
Yeah, these are all really good questions I don't have answers for. But Evelyn had all them notes.
Well, maybe the gypsies have answers, right? Because the gypsies came up.
Yeah, maybe the gypsies. Yeah, could be the gypsies. But before we try and find any of that out, I really feel like we should try and find Evelyn and see what she knows about this whole incredibly localized around the 2 streets of my house storm.
Yeah, I just kind of want to get out of here, though. I mean, let's go find Evelyn.
And off we go.
All right.
All right.
As you're driving, you guys pull up to where Evelyn's home is, and the storm has since expanded. It's starting to cover over the top of Brighton.
Is it expanding in every direction, or is it just expanding in our
Closer
direction?
towards where, so where you guys were located, your apartment was, let's go back to this map real quick. So your apartment was basically a little bit northeast of the West Pier pub, right? So if you're looking at the West Pier, so yours is in kind of that cluster of apartments that's behind where that little kind of white opening is there, that more open building. So you're over there, and Evelyn is just slightly down to the east, closer towards the Palace Pier, in the larger darkened buildings there towards that area. And the park is directly north of you guys. See that big open expanse area? That's where the park is, the St. Anne Gardens. So it's that the storm has basically, it's on top of the West Pier, moving up north towards the park and circling back around towards the Palace Pier. So it's a pretty large area now.
It's like following us?
It's just, it's growing.
It's growing.
That is not my experience of how storms behave.
If you had to consider an origin point based on how far it's expanding, you can't, obviously you're not geologists or anything like that, but you can tell that it seems like it started to originate close to where your apartment was, Simon. Like that was the center almost.
Now, I can't say for sure, Sarge, but does it look a little bit like to you? Now, that storm seemed like it basically started right above my head.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like,
Evelyn's the scientist. She'll be able to tell us for sure, I'm sure. But
I don't like.
it's
I'm
getting
not.
bigger.
It does look like getting bigger. Can I roll spot hidden?
For what?
Just to see if there's anything like if it's like growing in like a certain shape, or if it's growing like, or if there's other things that are like from the city that are adding to the storm.
You don't have to roll for that. It's very clearly coming from the skies above, and it's just expanding in a circular radius. It's not a perfect circle, obviously. It's a storm, so it's kind of...
Okay, and it's starting where his building was at.
That's what it appears like. The center was there. Because when you first left the apartment, it was kind of centered around you guys, right? Above you. And it has since expanded out.
Okay, and I don't notice any, like, fog, like, billowing out from, like, buildings from where the storm...
There's fog everywhere right now, but it's not specific to any building.
Is the fog growing with the storm?
Yes.
Another thing of importance, Sarge, is that the fog is also growing out of the center. Now, again, fog gets blown away by wind, but when we landed, there was a huge wind, and still the fog isn't moving.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the fog at all. Like, I don't feel safe.
Yeah, I don't feel that safe either. I'm inclined to agree with you. So, how about we drive with great pace over there?
Okay. Let's, we drive super fast over to Evelyn's building.
Okay, you guys are there. You can knock on the door and look for the head of the women's home, or you can try to throw rocks at windows.
I know.
Or you could just wait until I wake up.
What time do you usually wake up? I don't know.
It's
depends how long.
like 6:15 right now in the morning.
Well, you wouldn't know when I would wake up.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, is there like a main like guest area that people can come into looking for someone?
There's a very small foyer, but that's about it. Like
Okay.
you have to not like they're not gonna just let anybody wander in. Somebody has to let you in.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm gonna I look at Simon and say, are we knocking or are we sneaking in? What are we doing?
I think we should probably try knocking before we get arrested trying to sneak into the women's barracks.
Okay. Yeah. I knock on the thing.
Okay. Takes a minute.
And I don't have this army jacket on. I'm just keeping it on for like I have like a Simon gave me a jacket so I didn't stand out. And I forgot my helmet because I left in a hurry, so I totally forgot my helmet.
Okay. So it takes a bit. Do you knock again, or are you patient?
I'm patient, but I'm looking around. I'm looking around at the fog and everything.
Okay. The door creaks open. Can I help you, gentlemen?
Yeah, hello, darling. Have you got an Evelyn, what's her surname?
Vincent.
Vincent.
Have you got a Dr. Vincent in there?
Oh, yes, Miss Evelyn. Mm-hmm. She's, not down yet.
We are conducting an investigation of a scientific nature concerning meteorological things, like the weather that's happening right behind us here. And she put us to watch, to keep out for irregular storm patterns, you see, and she really want to know about this one above us.
Oh, I
Could you
see.
possibly wake her up for us?
Yes, let me just, give me a moment, and she actually doesn't invite you in. She closes the door behind her and wanders off. And then, Miss Evelyn! Are you awake, Miss Evelyn?
Yes. Come in.
Hello, darling. I apologize if I've woken you, but there's two gentlemen at the door.
No, Lillian, you're fine.
So there's two gentlemen at the door saying that they were keeping an eye on the weather patterns of some kind, and it's quite chilly today. I think there's a storm coming. But if you would
Did
please
one of them have a very large scar?
Oh, yes, very, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know exactly who they were. Oh, thank you.
All right, well, have a good
Tell them I'll be down shortly. I just have to
Of
finish
course. Of course. And she comes back down, opens the door. She'll be right with you. And closes the door again.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
She really doesn't, she's not an entertainer. She just takes care of the building.
Well, she could have hung around so I could be polite at least. Oh my God.
I mean, not on, I understand where she's coming from. Like, even in the best light, I would shut the door to you two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I'm a stand-up guy,
Since this is the
I'm
first time
sure-
I've
I'm
actually
sure you
gotten a
are.
chance to be at my home in a while,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the 2 syringes with blood,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be putting a little bit of the blood into a vial, but from both syringes. So I have 2 vials that are at my home with some of the blood in them, and then I also have the syringes in my possession as well.
Okay. Sounds
And I can make
good.
note of that in my notes too, if you'd like.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I know you're a great guy, man. I'm sure you are. Haven't seen an awful lot of evidence of that so far. But based on appearance, and only appearance, because, you know, with the beard and the hair and the scar and the thing, you kind of look like a criminal. So I can see why she shut the door in our face again.
I mean, does a criminal have a sweet accent like this?
I mean, where are you from?
Manchester?
Have you got criminals there?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Not rampant crime. It's a small town.
Well, yeah, then yeah, logically, criminals have an accent like that as well.
I mean, but not commonly.
I mean, not commonly in England.
But if someone's trying to be polite, I don't think they're a criminal.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just saying you spook people, and that might be a small problem in our continual arrangement. Although it did have sterling work last night, so there are places for this. But if we're trying to charm someone, you might want to like pour that down over your face or something.
Good morning, boys.
Oh! Good morning. The fog's chasing us again.
Nice and straight and tidy.
I can't. Usually, I would laugh now at Sarge's ramblings, but I have to agree with him. We have been chased by the fog, and have you
I'm gonna
seen-
roll a natural world.
Okay.
If my mouse will allow me to move my pointer to the natural world place. Wait. Oh. What do I see then?
You see that it's incredibly cold, and there's a very large storm up ahead, above.
Now, that storm was like smaller, but it's expanded.
It was about 3 streets across about 10, 20 minutes ago. Now, as you can see, it's about 4 miles wide. But
yeah.
the thing
Could it
that of
possibly
most
be that
concern-
two fronts have hit at the same time over Brighton?
if they did, they hit right over the top of my house.
Yeah, and the fog went inside the building. It was outside of his apartment.
Oh, it was another point where the fog was inside the building.
yeah,
There was
and,
actually fog inside the building. That's not actually normal, is it?
No,
Fog
but we
inside the
told you
building.
that about the train stations, and now you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but when you told me about the train station, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I did think, you know, it's a day's work, but they're all fucking crazy. However, I am willing to believe you about the indoor fog thing, if you like.
Sure.
Okay. But like, what are we gonna do about this? Like, this
I
is
mean, I'm all up for running if anybody wants to join me in that.
where are we gonna go?
Where are we
Wait.
running?
I mean, I'm quite happy to go literally anywhere else.
Okay, let's get out of town.
I mean,
We
we've got.
go back
we've
to the
got
devil's dike.
We've got these price red-ins we can look up. Are any of them not in town? Because I feel strongly against looking in town right now.
Oh, you're asking me. Sorry. Let's see.
Omniscient voice, please give us an answer.
Tell us,
Arise,
Lord.
Chicken, arise.
You look up into the sky
Lord.
for answers. There's one at the Hove as well, back close to St. Anne's. At least that's what it's listed as. There's another one up at Devil's Dyke, well, close to Devil's Dyke, not quite there, kind of in between, near the main post area, where the post office is that runs between Brighton and the countryside.
Okay, so of the 2 price red-ins that we have left to find, I recommend that we go and look for the one furthest away from here.
All right, so okay, let's go. I just want to get out of here.
This time I have to. I have to impress upon us that we're just asking questions.
Look, it all got out of hand last night. Things happened. Sarge isn't entirely to blame, okay? So, we're going to be very, very careful to not
I
get
understand. You hear weird ramblings from across the seas from people here who believe in lunar cycles and spells and such. That's a scary thing. But if we hear that again, please don't hit anybody over the head and drag them away.
No, but
we can
if
always
there's
come back for them.
if there's weird chanting and they want to come after us again, yeah, we're gonna have to make haste and
Yeah, we'll leave and then we'll come back at another time. Not clunk them on the head like cavemen and take them back to our homes.
Okay, good advice. Sarge, remember, no head hitting this time.
All right, I won't hit. Wait, you hit him in the head though.
Yeah, that's right. I hit him in the head.
No, don't sound like that. No, I'm not. No, no.
It was me, Sarge. It was me. I hit him on the head. Yeah.
Can I do a psychoanalysis?
Yeah.
On who?
You, to see whether or not you're lying?
Curses.
You can't tell.
I can't.
I'm glad psychoanalysis is working for me as well as against me.
Alright, so you guys are going to go up closer towards Devil's Dyke.
Yeah, we're gonna head towards the Devil's
All right.
Dyke. Oh, where is this other price reading? You said?
He's by the post office that sits between Devil's Dyke and Brighton. Like
Okay.
he's nearby the small town that's in that area.
Interestingly enough, when I was reading the notes last night, it talked about how the gypsies for this area they stem from the Devil's Dyke. There's definitely some stories of them, the ones that believe in the lunar cycles.
Oh, the
So we
dids
could
from
ask
around
some
here.
questions.
The dids from around here. Well, you want us to go and ask them what's happening?
Well, we're not gonna ask gypsies. I haven't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
What? You said you were gonna look at the price ratings that are dead, right?
Yes, and I found information on them.
What happened to that?
We've been so busy, and I had to like dress up and so he wouldn't see who I was. And
Oh yeah, no. So what happened with the dead ones?
I feel bad for him. He lives in a hovel.
Yeah. I mean,
We beat him up.
if it makes you feel any better, in the event that the police come looking, most of us, going to get away with it.
I know, but we beat up an innocent man. He was a groundskeeper, and his father was a groundskeeper.
He tried to take me underground, so
Technically, we didn't beat up an innocent man. Technically, like, our hands are quite clean.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for the most part, he doesn't know where we're at. He doesn't know what you two look like.
No, we are, but we still did it.
Well, I can't go to that park again because he saw my face and he's the groundskeeper. So
Yeah,
if you guys have,
in the unfortunate event that we have to go back there, you're going to have to stay in the car or something.
if you guys go to Hove, good luck to you guys because I can't go there. I'm gonna go to the corner of this pub.
We'll just stick you under a blanket and you can hide in the seat.
I don't know if there's a reason for us to go there, but there might be if the chanting you remember from your other cases somehow connected to the chanting the chanting that happened there, and that perhaps people who chant cut off people's limbs, then
And we also have to find out if that happened on a new moon. If that happened around
I
a
just wanted to do research on radiation when I came here. I didn't want to.
Darling, I'm right there with you. Usually, I follow around husbands cheating on their wives. This isn't my usual remit either.
I mean, honestly, I was in Korea and now I'm here, so yeah.
So it's not been a great week for any of us.
Like 3 days. I've known you people like 2-3 days.
It's
2
been
days.
it's been 4 days. It's the 4th day now.
Okay. So honestly, if we could wrap this case up ASAP, and I could go back to photographing like women doing the dirty on their husband, that'd be magic. Because honestly, this has been freaking me out now for about the last 2 hours.
I don't have anywhere to go. You guys realize that? I have nowhere to go.
I was gonna go talk to my superior officers this morning, but you guys came.
Yeah, that was because of the expanded store.
Let's. If you talk to your superior officers, let's go there. If we even went to the police station and we're like, oh, we have our friend this guy right here. Look at my military ID, and I give it to Evelyn. I was like, look at the dates on those.
Yeah, in the event that we get all this sorted out, don't worry. I'm sure we can find you a lovely,
There
like,
could be a perfectly
soft
logical
padded room
explanation.
going. So don't worry.
Oh, well, you know, if I can, what am I going to tell? Like, I'm going to lie to him. I'm not very, you know.
You wouldn't have to do anything. I could talk to them about the situation.
They're, you know what? No matter how we look at the situation, they're going to put me in a loony bin and be like, oh, here's a bunch of, you know, electricity to your brain until you think it's the right year. And I'm going to be like, that's it for Sarge. I'm going to be
the silver
true
lining,
potato.
if you want to look at it, is that they're very unlikely to put either of us in the asylum with you.
I'll take the case with you. It's fine.
I mean, I have nowhere to go. I'm going to become a homeless man in Brighton.
No. I'll talk to my superior officers, and if it turns out that something has happened to you to cause you to feel like you're from the future, then we'll look into it and see, you know, like maybe there was something that happened recently at the military facility. There could be a number of things.
Yeah, most important thing is to not worry too much about that right now. In the event, you know, we're in this situation, we'll deal with it then, and, you know, we'll make sure you don't get put in an asylum.
All right. I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
I won't let them be mean to you, Sarge. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
great. I know how the military
Thanks.
works, and you know, you guys might say like a good word, but you know, they're like, oh, we'll just keep him here for safety, you know, and
At least
you
you'll
know,
be safe then.
in a room with corners. No, I'm not going to be safe in a room with corners.
We'll see about getting you in a room which is a circle. How about that?
Yeah, good luck with that. How many circle rooms have you seen other than weird bar?
Well, maybe we can get him to make you a shed or something.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, about this Price Redding who were dead.
I mean, let's.
Yes, here. When we're in the car on the way, I'm guessing we're talking about this on the way to the post office while he's driving. There was one Price Redding who died in 1928 of natural causes, more than likely an illness. He had no next of kin, and he was 35 years old. If I remember correctly, the book was written in.
He died of natural causes at 35.
It could be like an illness of some kind. I have his last known address if we wanted to check that out.
Oh, you guys don't have any penicillin, so probably.
What?
Penicillin. If you die of illness, well, okay, a lot of you people, okay, you're right. You know, like people who get gonorrhea and syphilis, penicillin cures that. It's fucking old or some shit.
What is, what, like medicine?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I mean,
I
like,
never heard of that one.
I mean, it didn't become common till like what, fucking 1940 something.
That'll probably explain why I haven't heard of it then. What with that being like a good 10 years away.
Yeah, well, I guess, but I mean, like,
he did die within. Okay.
So yes, the first one died of natural causes at 35, which yes, I also agree is a little bit weird. That you know, so we could look into that one. However, the second death is the most interesting one. The second.
I'm not sure your idea of interesting matches mine.
This one has to do with the removal of organs.
Wait, what?
Awesome, more bodies without.
Wait, hold on.
That's great.
I get the book out. I was like, did you bring the book? You brought that book, right? I hope.
Yeah,
you
I
brought that
did.
book. Hold on. I bring up. No, what's it? Not that
So
one.
we got more stiffs without organs.
It's the Hounded to Dallas page.
Is that the one you're bringing up?
I'm trying to bring up.
Okay.
Hold on, unless it's up on the other page I have over here. Whatever. Yeah, right there. Where it says the glossus or tongue of the hound is its main feeding or. Oh wait, do they eat organs? Did I read that they ate organs somewhere?
That's not on that page, but yes, we did read in the book. This is the notes I have on it. Hold on.
It's on the Scribblings page.
I don't believe it's on any of those pages. It was what she showed us before she showed us an actual
Okay.
handout. So it said, It said, four-legged creature feeds on organs, follows prey, drains vital essence. This
Okay,
is
so
what you originally told us.
Here's what we're finding out. So, out of everyone here, Miss Evelyn, did you wake up to a cold fog outside your apartment?
No, it was rather warm. A nice August morning.
And Simon, you didn't. Well, obviously until this incident, and Ethan's not here. So the most consistent thing I see happening right now is that the fog showing up where I'm at.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you're not the safest person to be around. By the
No.
way, on that note, you cannot stay in my apartment anymore.
That's great. I'll just sleep on a street because I can't stay at the women's house. Maybe I could sleep in that pub. I don't know.
We'll get you a hotel room a good few miles away from my apartment. How's that sound?
Well, if we can find this Price Redding and he's the one that wrote about the hounds, then I'm sure that he probably knows of an area that we can stay.
But here's the thing: that Price Redding that died. Well, how long did that Price Redding die that missed all his organs?
He died 2 years ago. The interesting thing about it is that the body was found to have an incision in it that was not one that was done by someone who would know how to do surgery. It was a very jagged cut to the body.
So not a doctor then.
So not a doctor. However, I do have information on a doctor that they questioned if we wanted to talk to him.
Well, they weren't whipped out like by an animal or something, though, right?
He said that it was a lot of blood, but he didn't really mention whether or not the body was like it just had an incision, which is interesting because if it was somebody that didn't know what they were doing, they would probably have opened them up and just drug it out, and there would have been a lot more like. But he said that there was a jagged incision, so.
Or like a hole rather than a big fucking gap.
Was it like a cylindrical tongue that could have gone into it, like it says on this page here?
We can go back and talk to. I talked to Sir Bernard at the police station. He had done the autopsy of the original.
Now, it does sound great to go back and talk to Sir Bernard, but could we do it when the ever-expanding?
Oh yes, for sure. I'm just telling. We were just discussing the notes. There was also a man named Bailey that was found near this body without
I know any of
near this Price Redding. He was intoxicated and passed out with Redding with blood on his hands next to where Redding was found.
Do I know any of these? Messiah, Redding.
You know,
Bailey.
yeah, you know of both of them. They're common criminals. Messiah more so than Bailey. Bailey is more of a thug. Messiah though he's in deep to doing patchwork jobs on criminals, abortions, illegal surgeries, all of that shit.
Messiah's got his fingers in every little fucking pie in Brighton. Bailey, I know, guy's just muscle. He's got nothing. But the Messiah guy.
So,
I'm not sure we want to be involved in this if he's involved. That guy creeps me right out.
The official cause of death of this particular Price Redding was asphyxiation. So I believe that Sir Bernard is trying to say that he was suffocated and then his organs were taken.
Yeah, but isn't Sir Bernard a notorious drunk?
Yes, he wasn't drunk at the time that I talked to him.
Right. So what was that? Is one sober moment of the day?
well, yes, it was. But when he gets drunk, it's very obvious. It's not like he's a good person at holding his liquor. So I know that he was sober when he was telling me the story of what had happened with the.
Yeah, I don't know about anything that Sir Bernard tells us, but if Messiah's involved, we want to be well away from this situation. That guy
told me that I could get the specific location of Messiah from.
I know where Messiah is. That's not a problem.
Henry. Okay.
Yeah, no. I know where Messiah is. That ain't a problem. Everyone knows where he is, but you don't want to go there because he's there.
All right. Well, I'm just saying if he was involved, but if he's a surgeon though, then the incision probably would have been nice and clean, I would think.
Yeah, maybe. I've seen some of the things he's left behind.
But I mean, like, look at it. Look at this book's got pictures of this tongue. Maybe that's what it did. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't know.
I'm more inclined, magical storm notwithstanding, to believe that the crazy surgeon was the one involved rather than the mystical dog of death. But
Oh, yes.
if it is the surgeon, I'd rather face the dog.
I'm starting to wonder whether or not there's multiple cases of these people who believe in lunar cycles and the stuff in this book throughout the city, and perhaps this could be another one of those crazy people that does like some kind of divinations and summons and things.
So we've got the dog thing.
Because
I'm not saying I believe
chopping
it.
off body parts and carving symbols into bodies and taking out organs. I mean,
So we got the dog thing. We potentially got some gypsy cunts running around draining the blood out of people and nicking their organs. We've got the fog and the following storm. And potentially, and I gotta say this, worst of all, we got Messiah in the mix.
Why is it called Messiah? Like,
Yeah.
is he thinks he's Jesus?
Is there an actual reason you want us to use for that, or shall I make something up?
It is related to him thinking too highly of himself, so you can go off of that.
Yeah, it started out with, all right, he doesn't actually think he's Jesus, but he does definitely feel like he is holding the, I don't know how to say this exactly. He don't really look at the people he works on as people so much as things. And he don't really, in fact, he don't really look at anybody who's around him, the people who work for him, the people who work with him, the people he works on, as anything more. He's not quite right in the head, right? Not like you, not all happy clappy, I'm from the future. He is like right round the twist. We need to be anywhere that he's
Like he's like cold, like he'll kill someone, not think twice about it.
I mean, it's never been proved.
I mean, I knew a couple people like that. They scared shit out of me, but
It's never been proved that he's killed anyone. Otherwise, the police would have chucked him away a long time ago. But I gotta tell you, the chances of him having killed somebody is pretty high. I would go so far as to say it's damn near certainty.
Okay.
It sounds. I was assuming this was the case, but I was thinking at the time that if he actually has some kind of doctorate skill, that the incisions probably wouldn't have been jagged. However, if he really was trying to do a quick job in a back alley to get some organs to
Yeah, if he's involved and
do
nothing.
things with them, yeah, then perhaps maybe he was the person that's involved in this particular price writing stuff.
Yeah, let's hope like hell that he's not
Do you
involved.
think that he's somehow connected to all of this?
I am desperate for him not to be.
I mean, like where you said they were cultists, right? Like, when did Messiah come into Brighton, or was he always
He's been around. He's been around for ages, Meta.
Like,
Yeah.
how?
He's a transplant, though. He's not local to Brighton. He came around maybe 20 years ago and started up his base of operations, so to speak.
I mean, he's been around as long as I've been here, and he was around before that. I don't think he actually comes from here. He's got a weird accent, not like mine.
Flipping through. If you want me to use the library use, I'm going to see if there's any kind of mention of Messiah in the book.
Oh, go for it.
Have I heard him talk? Do I know what his accent is?
You've never actually physically faced
Have I
him.
met him or
No.
seen him? Or,
You know that he's a darker skinned gentleman. He's very tall and muscularly built.
yeah,
What
he's
do
a
you mean,
darky.
libraries?
He's a darky. He ain't around from around here, mate. If I had to guess, I'd say Africa.
Library use?
Did you roll it?
Do you want me to use library use?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no immediately evident mention of Messiah.
Okay, well, I'll keep looking because I know this book is completely full of just random pages. So
He ain't from around here, but he's been here a long time, and you will if you stay around here, you can't help but hear about him if you mix in certain circles, which I am unfortunate enough to occasionally dip my toe in.
I mean, some weird circles, man. I mean, like, if you knew about all that weird chanting shit, It just really kind of bugs the shit out of me. And like people here are weird. That guy just was so ready to die. He was just like, whatever.
Yeah, that was very concerning as well. Because honestly, I've not been in that position myself. If I had been, I'd have been shitting myself.
You know what? I would have been a little bit more passionate. You know, if I was gonna die and I had no way out of it, yeah, I'm gonna be passionate. I'm gonna fucking yell and fight and tooth and nail. But I'm gonna fight at least. But
I ain't gonna roll over and die. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that guy creeps me out too, man.
Which guy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was looking through the book to see if maybe one of these entries is.
The guy from do you think? Okay, Miss Evelyn, like that guy was tied up, and we're like, we're gonna kill you, and he was like, fine. He just gave up. Like what?
That wasn't normal.
I know.
Also, Miss Evelyn, no, stop for a second. Use your science brain for a second.
I felt bad for him. I mean,
take that out of it. Use your science brain. That's it. Like scientists, take the emotion out of it, right? So think about it in a.
Sometimes I don't think the best ones do.
Oh, well, I mean, just maybe for this case, let's try
passion in your profession.
I mean, you have passion about it, right?
I've known some people who were really poor, who would protect what they had.
Okay, imagine
rich people who were much the same. He didn't seem to give a monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, if you were like on the brink of death, like death was staring you at the face, would you at least try to fight back and not give up?
Oh, well, I would, but I don't live in a hovel and in the middle of a place where gypsies come once a month to chant and creep me out.
I mean, my hometown's a hovel, but a lot of people fight tooth and nail to protect that hovel. I mean, that's why I joined up in the service.
It didn't really sound like he had any family or anything either, did it?
No, he didn't seem to care to. He was very fun. He was very.
But he didn't want to tell us his father's name.
And he was very, very. He wasn't really answering the questions. After the 6'7" gorilla here gave him a couple of slaps, he still wasn't interested in answering the questions and getting out of there as quickly as possible. And that.
Do you think it has something to do with where he's at, like with the?
What if he's one of the gypsies?
Well, if he is, then that doesn't bode well for us.
Do gypsies known to have being very loyal to themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the only way I can relate to it is one time my daddy brought me to Louisiana. Those Cajun folks, they're very secretive and kept to themselves. That's the only thing I can relate to it.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what the Dids are like. Yeah.
Maybe he's a gypsy. Maybe he didn't want to say
they're like traveling thieves.
Wait. Okay, you guys know
right.
St. Anne's Park. Is there an underground tunnel system there?
I never heard of one.
Said, right?
Well, yeah, he was like, I know the tunnel's underground, which I don't want to go underground.
Even trying to lead you directly to them.
Could have been, but they were out in the construction site. If Fumble Toes over here didn't give us away,
and then we beat him up.
I mean, it had to do that, and
Well, maybe he was secretly a bad guy. We still don't know.
Yeah, let's say he was a bad guy. That actually helps us. I mean, at least it'll help us.
He lied to us when we were trying to, figure out what's going on. People could be in danger, and he's lying to us, and we can't save them now because he lied to us.
Yeah, he probably is evil, actually. Yeah.
He could be an evil gypsy.
Yeah.
I need to get a new scarf.
Why?
Because he knows this is the one that was around my face.
Well, I mean, you can always wash it, can't you?
Yeah, but it's always gonna be this color.
I've got a scarf at home you can have if you want.
I mean, to your defense, I mean, you literally didn't make any noises. He's not gonna you had a different jacket on and you had something covered. He's not gonna be I know that purple scarf. If he knows that purple scarf, I mean, he might be dancing on the other side of the fence. But that's what.
But if you guys come back, he's gonna know.
Well,
I can't go back there.
Certainly Sarge, but I think I can probably get away with it.
Yeah, and you guys could take Ethan because he's good at looking at people or whatever. He's like,
yeah. He would have been a very valuable asset for us to have.
Yeah, we could have definitely used him the last couple of days.
yeah, I know. And Mr. I'm just gonna walk off and ignore you guys like like we didn't go through some shit or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not happy with him either. He's definitely got some expenses claimed coming.
Please don't knock this one over the head, though.
We're not gonna hit him. It's all right.
No, we're not gonna. It's the daytime. I don't think weird cultists come out during the daytime.
Like, come and find us and cut our body parts off.
I don't know. You got a giant hand cannon in your purse. I think you'll be fine.
We're still driving.
That gun's way bigger than my gun.
We're still driving away from the fog towards the price rating in question. We're not standing still.
No, we're driving.
We're just driving in a car.
Is that?
Yeah, all these ridiculous conversations always happen in the car. Did you guys ever notice that? Like every single time, there's always
that's always happens while we're driving.
That's the car.
It's like Brighton 1934 taxi cab confession. It's like the cultists were chasing us and we didn't know what was going on.
We're gonna kidnap him and we're gonna do all these XYZ things.
Yeah. Okay.
You also planned the ridiculous attempt at the mental hospital of how to get in, and then you didn't use any of the plan at all.
That was a great plan.
It was a great plan. That was okay. So we're gonna find this other price rent. I really, man.
I think we'll let Evelyn do most of the talking when it comes to this guy, because it seems like she might be more inclined to talk to a scientist and author, you know.
So, go ahead.
Is the prize run that we're meeting an author and a scientist? Is that
basically the one we're trying to find? Definitely is. So I think if we use Evelyn primarily as our talking point, then we'll be in a better chance of sniffing out the one who actually is a scientist.
Do you find it kind of weird he's over by fucking Somerset?
I mean, it's certainly curious.
He's like on the way to Somerset. I mean, like
I would write it down if I was on a case, which I am.
Evelyn, did you take notes on where the journal was dropped off? By chance, or does anybody remember?
It was dropped off at the post office in Devil's Lake.
Yeah, it wasn't given to anybody. It was just left there.
I don't think I took notes on it.
Yeah.
But I remember specifically he said he left it there for his contact
for Price Reading. Yeah,
it was for Price Reading. Yeah.
And the person he got it from came to his house, but is now dead.
No, that was Mr. Hartnell, who nobody's ever seen him. It was.
Well, they haven't seen him since.
Which, interestingly enough, Mr. Hartnell was the first person to check this book out of the library.
Not that long ago, or what? Wait,
what?
No.
Wait, he checked the book out of the library back when the book was technically put into the library.
What, the Hartnell from Somerset story?
Yes. So the first person to check the book out once it was added to the library was Mr. Hartnell, which isn't uncommon. People who write books or are a part of writing collections of books do enjoy to read the books that they've put out into the world. However, the last person, and this is important because if we're split up and we're around a lot of people, we need to ask questions. The last person to check out the book and was the only person to check out the book since 15 years ago, or a few years ago, whenever Hartnell, when Hartnell checked out the book, was a Miss Stone, but it doesn't have a first name, so she could possibly be the person who has. Do I have an address?
Yeah, for her, Miss Stone.
No, I hadn't had a chance to go to the city to look up a Miss Stone, and I'm guessing there's probably a bazillion Miss Stones. So we're gonna have to ask all these Reddings before we can make some kind of connection. I feel because there's probably at least 100 Stones in Brighton. I would guess that's a very common name.
So we got quite a busy day ahead of us then.
Wait. But I remember when you guys went to go check out the book. They wouldn't let me check it out because I didn't have a proof of residence. Wouldn't the proof of residence be where they checked out who checked out the book?
Do you remember your conversation with the librarian, Evelyn? She wasn't the one present during Miss Stone's checkout. It was her.
It was a different. There was a different librarian. The Miss Stone doesn't, or the librarian that's currently there was not around when the specific Miss Stone checked out the book last. So it could have been another one of the librarians.
How long ago did she check out the book? And maybe we should find out who's the librarian that.
Just said she was the last one to check it out. I don't remember what the date was.
Okay, maybe we gotta find out what librarian and whatever.
The date,
else is...
by the way, if I'm just gonna give this one to you, was about 4 days ago.
It was 4 days before we got it.
And she checked
So the
back
book was
in.
checked out 4 days ago.
Wait, hold on. And I'm gonna go to the book and flip to the last entry. Who wrote it?
Oh, one moment. This entry was written by Austin Joseph Miller.
What's it about?
This one is about the Brighton, sorry, not the Devil's Dyke Mental Hospital, so the Hove Mental Home.
Is it the one that we were at?
The one that we just broke into?
Yep. The very same.
Austin,
Connections
Miller?
are coming thick and fast. I'm not saying that.
Okay, this one's about the place that we broke into to get the lunar cycles. Why is everything getting connected?
What does it say about it?
About
The asylum.
Can I skim through it and see? Do I have to roll library use?
No. So the top information that's written is about a mysterious murder that happened inside of the mental institution. What appears to be a recollection of one of the actual residents there, so one of the patients, who was interviewed by, we assume, Austin Miller. We don't know if he actually interviewed or had firsthand experience. It just talks about the murder in relatively high detail, with information around the fact that there was a man that appeared inside of the mental institution in the middle of the night and walked through walls and killed the patient inside. And the patient's name was Bryce Kerbal.
All right, so we got a ghost story as well to add to the dog thing and all the rest of the other thing we've got. Oh, this is best case ever. I must thank you guys for getting me involved.
I believe that this journal is just a modge podge of different weird occurrences that's happened. It doesn't necessarily mean that all of these things are true.
But here's the thing.
A lot of them are not.
Well, what I'm not seeing is that Miss Stone made an entry at all to what was going on. So she checked this out for a specific reason. Why? That's
something between lunar cycles and Hounds of Tyndalis. We'll never know if she's the one that took that page.
I mean,
the page could have been directly connected to her, and she could be going through something that was written about in this book that has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Okay,
we can certainly ask her about that.
I mean,
but we have to find her first, whereas we know where Price Redding is, and I'm pulling the car up now.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are, you pull up and you see a relatively small town. Let me close this real quick.
Are we actually in home?
Yeah, you're in the, so between Brighton and Devil's Dyke, there's generally small towns and villages with only a few buildings. The one that you're in is the more populated one due to the fact that there's the post office there.
Is that storm still above us, or is that just...
No, it was pretty much isolated to where you guys were in Brighton. So you actually, the wind stopped, it's sunny outside again, there's no fog, anything like that. Normal weather. Normal weather.
So, Evelyn, do you want to take point on this? Because we're looking for a scholar, right? And I reckon a scholar is most likely to react well to you, than me or him.
Sure. What are we're specifically asking him that it's important to ask him?
Pretend that you're researching strange phenomena in the area or something, and then ask him about the book. It's pretty normal thing for
He's gonna freak out just like Somerset, I'm sure, because Somerset thought that he's dead anyway.
Well, at least that way we'll know we've got the right one, and we can, you know.
But Somerset may have been crazy because he was in an asylum.
Well, if we find the right one, we can ask him more probing questions.
So the address that you guys have is 19 Lennox Road. That's the address of a elderly home.
Oh.
All right. I mean, at least not insane asylum per se.
This isn't a house. Oh man. How are we gonna find one old? Oh, we're gonna have to find an old person inside a stack full of other old people. Oh, this is not gonna be fun.
Is there anybody in charge then?
Yeah, there'll be people at the front. They don't have they don't unlock the doors. There's like a set of doors that are in for the public, and then there's like this desk area where people check in to visit it's basically a nursing home. So it's a controlled area to make sure that the individuals who are not all there anymore, lost their memory and things like that, aren't unsafely getting out and stuff like that. So.
All right, so there's two ways we can get in, as far as I can see it. We can either try the direct approach, we just ask for him. Pretty solid, right? If he's compass, that'll be fine. If he's round a twist, we might have to, you know, pretend to be a relative or something to get in. Because I don't think they're just going to let us through the door if he's, like, mentally unhinged. And since everyone we've met so far in the last 4 days has either been mentally unhinged...
I can talk to him, but I can't lie about being his relative.
I mean, do we have to, only relatives can visit old people, or can anyone visit old people?
I mean, we got to get past the front desk, and I don't reckon they're just going to let us in, you know...
I mean, it could be like, oh, she's interested in finding, talking to him about his...
his research.
I reckon we start with that.
Well, that's not a lie.
Yeah, and you'll be fine with that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's. I mean, we'll go with that. But if it turns out we have to do something else, then we might.
We're not hitting anyone over the head.
No, we're not.
If I hit it over anyone in the head, they're probably gonna die because they're so old.
We're not gonna hit anybody else over the head today. No.
I don't need anyone to explode into dust because they can't handle it.
Get it?
I'm not hitting over it. Okay, I promise. I'm not gonna hit anyone over the head. I'll hand over my heart.
Yeah, see, he's promised he's not going to hit anyone again.
I know, but if anyone tries to stab me or kill me, I will.
That's different.
Okay. Then I have full range to, show them patriotic justice with my pistol.
Innocent people
Patriotic
or gypsy wannabe gypsy people.
All right. So right before you guys make it in, we're going to take a quick break. 5 minutes. We'll be back. And this will be the last portion of this episode. So just give you 5 minutes.
Great, because I have to pee really bad.
Okay, good. All right. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. How's it going? What do you got there?
These were in my office. I don't know what they are.
Oh, the hair clips.
Oh, are they hair clips?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they looked like plague doctor bills. They're like really cool. That's I don't know why they're in my office.
They were from the hair things that I did for you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys are rolling in.
All right. This is Evelyn's show.
Yeah, you probably want to lead the way then.
I'm
Or do you want me to talk to the nurse and you're going to talk to the?
I can talk to her. You just come in if I end up having to lie and I get stumbly.
All right, no worries.
Okay, I'll be the muscle.
Yeah, just stand there and try not to look like you're insane.
Okay.
All right. So you guys go inside. There's a nurse sitting, sort of busy working on stuff in the open office area at the desk there, kind of sorting paperwork, files, and all that kind of stuff. And so, hello.
Hello, ma'am. I'm looking for a particular sir that is he was he was a researcher and an author and a scientist here. His name is Price Reddick.
Oh, yes. Oh, good, Mr. Redding. Yes, what's the nature of your visit?
He wrote some research papers that I am studying. I'm a military scientist, and he wrote some research papers that are interesting to me. Not many people can give me shed light on the situation, so I'm hoping that maybe he can.
Oh, well, I can have him be ready for visitors, although I'm not sure how talkative he'll be. He's quite aged. So,
yeah, I was afraid of that, but it's better to hear things from their mouth. I didn't know the exact state of his health. I'm sorry to hear that he.
He's lived quite a long life. Let me have one of the orderlies see where he is. He's probably in the study. He likes to spend his time there. So, give me one moment, please.
Yeah, as she leaves, I was like, well, that's a good sign.
So a few minutes go by, you guys are waiting, and there's not a lot of activity. It's pretty quiet. So when the nurse comes back, she kind of motions to you to follow the orderly that's there, and he brings...
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Best of luck. And the man brings you over to the study where there's a few older gentlemen there. One is sitting next to a fireplace, kind of in this large chair, and there's a few other larger chairs that look very comfortable, actually. And the lighting isn't too bright. It's actually quite almost a comfortable living area, so to speak, and not at all what you would expect from a controlled, like, kind of medical facility for the elderly. So,
this place is all right.
I mean, that is really nice, especially out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in my house, I think I'll come
So
here when I
there's only one person in the room, or is that?
No, there's a few individuals, and the orderly motions over and
to the one by the
points
fire.
by the fire. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna come here. It's nice.
And there's this older. So
I wonder how the food is.
as you approach the fireplace and the seating area, there's an older gentleman, and he's got a book in his hands and glasses on. He's reading. He's got a blanket over his legs. He's
what kind of
very.
book is he reading?
It just looks like a big leather bound book, probably from a collection of some kind.
Okay.
You can't see based on the way that he's holding. You can't see the title or the binding or anything like that. It's just.
Well, what about the words? I can't make on any. Can I roll spot him?
No, you're way too far away from, like, you'd have to be literally looking over his shoulder to see the words. And he's there sitting, and he's he looks very old. Like, he's very thin, like bony thin. Very fragile looking, actually.
Mr. Redding?
Yes?
I'm gonna kind of get closer.
How are you doing today?
Tired. I'm tired. How are you? Do I know you?
No. I'm Evelyn Vincent. I am a scientist and a researcher in Brighton. I've heard about some of your research.
Oh. You're gonna have to be more specific. I've written a lot of research.
What did you normally write on? Like, what kind of subjects?
Oh, I mostly studied wildlife. A lot of biology and the nature around us.
Oh, I actually have a very interesting book here. This is on the Brighton wildlife, and I like pull it out of my thing.
Oh.
Have you read this one?
Maybe. Possibly.
Did you do a lot of research on, and I'll take it back from him if he hands it back.
Yep.
Did you do a lot of research on wildlife in this particular area, or did you travel?
No, I spent most of my time in Brighton till I got a little bit too old, and well, here I am.
Did you write a lot of books that we could find in the area?
No, not really a lot of publications. More journals that I submitted. a lot of students have probably read.
Oh yes, I definitely. I had an interesting one come to my attention recently when I was at the library about there was some journal entries about a dog.
Maybe. What kind of dog?
It was in a journal. It was between discussion of lunar cycles, and then we believe that the journal was a compilation of different journal entries, and the one that was before you was written by a man named Somerset. Does this name ring a bell?
Somerset. Oh, I don't know. My memory's not what it used to be.
William
That's
Somerset.
fine.
No, do you know at all? About this high? Sandy air?
I don't know. I've met a lot of people. A lot of people.
I think you'd have remembered this one.
It was specifically about a dog, a hound that comes out in fog.
Sorry, I can't quite remember.
Oh, that's fine. Perhaps you would remember, and I go to take out the book and show him the binding, the book.
All right, and as you do that, the book that he has in his hand drops out, and there is a complete, like, his entire face, it feels like it looks like it goes completely white, and there's a massive amount of fear in his eyes, and he just freezes up.
And I put the book back into the thing quickly.
Tim, come here. These people need to leave. Excuse me, Tim. Tim.
Like we've got
No. You need us to you gotta tell us about the hound to tend the loss.
I'm gonna go and talk to Tim on the way and attempt to fast talk him into leaving us, into distracting him long enough for these two to actually talk to him.
Oh, we need to know about what you know about this because it could hurt other people.
As you guys are, so Simon left to go talk to Tim. Tim is distracted with your conversation, and Redding takes his hands and covers his eyes and begins weeping.
Can I roll?
Can I go over and try to touch? I'm not very good at this.
I don't know what to roll to calm someone down.
Really
That's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking at too.
I mean,
Persuade or psychology.
What's my better one? Charm.
You could charm potentially, but it's a little bit more.
Okay, so I'm gonna. It's either or. I'm gonna try psychology. Oh, I'm gonna try persuade.
I'm gonna try psychology, even though I don't really have it because
I don't really have it either.
Persuading type. I really just want to make him feel better, so I feel
so
like.
I'm like talking to him. I was like, I think I'm getting hunted by this hound of thing. And I don't know why it's hunting me or what I can do about it. It's just it's weird, and I need your help. Like, I need your help. Fucking bullshit.
At least you didn't deserve to pass that one.
He is still weeping, and he is like, you can tell that everything is shaking. Like, his body is every part of his being is like absolutely incredibly afraid, and
we're very sorry, but we're looking. There's a Mrs. Stone that may be in trouble. Do you know a Mrs. Stone?
No, I don't know.
Why do you hate this book?
The things in that book are just evil, pure evil.
If he wrote this chapter about the hounds, then that it could have been hunting him as well.
But
That's what I look at Sergeant say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, did you write about the hounds?
It wasn't my hounds. It was theirs.
Who's theirs?
A poor boy.
Why were they hunting the poor boy?
I don't know, but he died. Everything we tried to do, it wouldn't save him.
What? Okay. Why? What was the boy's name?
He never gave us his real name. I don't think it was ever his real name.
How long ago was this?
Maybe
Can I attempt to fast talk Tim to go away?
Yeah. I mean, you attempted. You did it. You got him to go away.
I'm gonna try to persuade him again, or I'm looking at what I have that I can talk to him.
I'm going to try and fast talk the old man.
Okay.
In that case, it's the only skill I've got that's even slightly not shit. Apparently. Listen, Governor. Listen. Look, things are really, really serious right now. We think that this thing that you wrote about that was hunting this boy is also hunting Sarge. Come on! Just bow down and answer my question.
I know you are trying to save him, but you can't. Everything we did, it didn't matter in the end. His name was Mr. Weathers, is what we called him, but he was very young. And I don't know where he came from. He's not from England. He was from somewhere else, I don't know. He never spoke of his past or anything about himself, only he knew he was being hunted. And
what was the eventual outcome for Mr. Weathers? What happened to him?
he was devoured.
Okay.
How long ago was this?
Oh. It was maybe 14 years ago.
Anything peculiar about Weathers that you noticed at the time?
Well, the man was fearful. Feared for his life, rightfully. So we tried an experimental solution that did not work.
Okay. Question: Did Mr. Weathers did he ever talk about being from a different time, perchance?
He mentioned some strange things that I only remember as a little boy, but we never really questioned it. He was so adamant about getting help from somebody, and I felt bad for the poor lad.
What kind of?
Simon, your mic is like gone.
Sorry, did my mic out?
Yeah.
What was he specifically talking about? The stuff that you remember from being a little boy?
He talked about the Great War, and he said that he fought in it, but he would have been too old. His age was he was so young.
That's a bit suspicious based on our current circumstances with this one.
Like that's my problem. No one believes I'm from 1953 or anything like that. They think I'm crazy. I'm starting to think I'm crazy. You know, Hitler, he's going to start a second world war. You know that? Okay. No one believes me on that.
It seems like we have the same flavor of crazy here.
But I showed up coming out of an event. I was in the northern part of Korea, between Korea and China. This is my story, by the way. I'm going to fill you in. And I came through, and I remember there was an explosion, and then I came through a vent, and then I met, our friend Ethan's not here, but Miss Evelyn was there, and
Since
like,
Go ahead.
okay, no, but yeah, I mean, like, that's what's going on, and like this weird fog is showing up, and it comes from corners, and we actually were looking for something. There's a page ripped out from the book. That's what I'm seeing. Like there's a page missing. Why is there a page? Is there got to be something to deal with it? Like the only place I feel safe is in a pub with no corners.
Did you write this missing with the pages missing? Was that one written by you?
Let me see the book.
Oh, if it's too hard for you, please, sir, don't.
No, it's all right. I can do this. This final thing.
What?
He's fine. He's good. He's got loads of courage. He's got buckets of courage. That is
Okay.
great.
You gonna give him the book?
Yes. Smiling GM.
Yeah, well, I have the book.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to show it to him first, but if he reaches for it, I might actually like hand it to him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna flip it to the page.
Okay. So
And then
you have it
kinda-
over here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he went and grabs it. And as he's pulling it towards himself, he looks up directly at Sarge, stares him right in the eye, and you feel like his eyes just completely gloss over, like nothing but darkness inside. And he says to you, directly to you, "You're going to die here." That's the end of the episode.
Fuck you.
Okay then.
Like, does he have an altered voice?
Slightly, like, very clear, right? It's not like he was kind of whispering before, right? Very low
Yeah,
in
he's like,
volume.
"You're gonna die here."
Without the echoing.
Okay, hold on. I have that one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Let's say, "You're going to die here."
That's closer.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the end.
Oh no. I knew as soon as I showed him that book it was gonna be a bad time, so I was holding off on it. That's why I was like trying to ask other questions first.
I mean, I got my only extreme in the 4 episodes we've done so far, so I'm a
I
big.
mean, you can level up fast talk with the D10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm straight up just going to dump it all into fast talk and never fail again.
Max you can get is 99, so
I know. I can critically fail,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, I should pass.
Okay, that's fucking great. He's "You're gonna die here." Oh, great. Great. Fucking A.
This was a jolly time.
This is a jolly episode. Lots of jolliness.
Oh.
God, we
being
really.
fucking
Let's hope
beaten up.
Smooth is all better and his house is okay.
Yeah.
We really need him back.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I'll talk to him and see if he thinks he'll be back next week or not.
Well, if not, he's good. There's stuff going on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
IRL stuff that it's pretty critical, so.
Mm-hmm.
My
So-
God, man, I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I mean,
It's
not
just
looking
an
good for
old
you.
man telling you you're going to die. It doesn't mean that you're going
his
to.
eyes turn into the abyss darkness, and then great. This is
Well, with foreknowledge of the Hound of Tindalos, he's not far off the mark.
yeah.
All right, so that's the episode 4. I will have the summary and all that up as soon as I can. It was a really long weekend for me, which is why it took so long for me to get the episode summary up. We were doing that charity stream for Hurricane Harvey, which is actually where we're going to go and host. We're going to go host Twitch Texas, which is where we've been hosting that 72-hour stream. There will be about an hour left to hit our 20K mark. I actually haven't checked in to see where they are. When I looked this afternoon, we were over 15,000 that we've earned
Awesome.
for them,
That's
and
huge.
yeah, it's been amazing. We hit our 10K stretch goal in half of the first day.
What is it, Twitch_Texas or Twitch?
Just
space
Twitch Texas, yeah. So we're gonna go and host them. But before we do that, I wanted to go a little quick roundtable to introduce the casters that are on here, so you guys can go and drop them a follow. Their information is also on the webpage that I've created. So if you guys want to check it out, you can do !Thulu THULU. Or any variant spelling of that. I made a few alias versions of the command just in case. So let's go with Evelyn and get her a quick intro.
Hi, I'm Lady Aviana. I do a lot of roleplay stuff on my stream. I mostly do ARC and GTA roleplay. Currently, I'm doing a lot of GTA roleplay with Twitch RP. Yeah, and yeah, you can follow me at Lady Aviana on Twitch. We have a lot of fun. I roleplay a lot. I use my Evelyn voice for other characters too, and I have a voice for pretty much every single character I do. So,
And Sarge.
Hi, I'm McCloakin. I'm gonna be rolling a new character next year. An old man's gonna rip out my heart with like an abnormal superhuman strength, because that's what I'm picturing happening. And it's very Evil Dead that I'm picturing it's gonna happen. It's like, oh, I'll have the book. You're gonna die here. And it like zooms in and the wind's blowing in his face. And it's like the Necronomicon's gonna show up and then Asher's gonna bust through because he's through time. That's what I feel like. But yeah, you can
get help actually.
Yeah, probably. That would be great. I'm McLoken. You can find me at twitch.tv/McLoken. I do a lot of table stuff on my channel. I do Chosen, a game I DM on Wednesdays. I'm on another one on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Central. And then I'm on this one as well. So fantastic times. I love you. And thank you for watching. That's all I got.
That's you, Simon.
I'm Call of Cthulhu. I mostly stream horror, dark fantasy, things like that. But I made the mistake of playing The Witcher 3, so I might just be a Witcher 3 streamer from now on. Who knows? No, horror is what we do on my channel, twitch.tv.
Well, you've always said dark fantasy.
Yeah, Witcher 3 is pretty dark in places.
Oh yeah, it is. Jesus.
In fact, the happy bits aren't that happy. But yeah, horror, dark fantasy, that's the flavor of what we do. You can catch me there. I am Hitman from the game Hitman, apparently. Yes. I only realized recently that with the outfit I was going for, if I don't wear the hat, then yes, I am Hitman from the game Hitman.
Do you have a barcode tattoo on the back of your neck?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm not going to show you right now because it'll freak you out.
All right, cool. And last but not least, me, Metamancer. I'm the Keeper, which is the Call of Cthulhu version of the DM, whatever you want to call it. So Call of Cthulhu is a proprietary system. It is off of D100, but it is created by Chaosium Games, and it's standalone. So it's specific to the Call of Cthulhu IP and universe. So just so you know, it's not like a D&D 5ed or anything like that. It's just straight up on its own. So if you guys are not,
it's fine.
Yeah, it's a fantastic system actually. Since there changes from all the previous versions, we're on 7th ed in this version. It's a lot better than the previous one that we played. So as you can tell in the gameplay, it's pretty unforgiving. The rolls have to be under the skill level, which is why increasing your skill gives you a higher percentage chance of succeeding. But it's hard to do. So this game is definitely designed more in the stream of working against the investigators, as is with pretty much every single Cthulhu-related game of any kind, including board games like Arkham Horror. So this is par for the course. But if you guys want to check out my channel during the week, I stream Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. Central to 9 p.m. Central, and then Sundays we do this game from 7 p.m. Central to around 11. So please feel free to come back, drop us a follow. I do a lot of updates on Twitter, as do the rest of the group here. So if you guys want to follow them on there, get some updates on what they're doing, what they're up to, highly recommend it. Makes it a lot easier. Twitter is like #1 place for notifications and all that jazz. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. If you have tomorrow off for Labor Day in the US, enjoy your day off. I'm going to be sleeping in because 72-hour marathon streams are exhausting, even if you're not streaming the whole time. So thank you again. I hope to see you guys next week, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.